I hate you because we from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
Rebel Grub was the best out here on the bed.
I hate you because we from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
God is good. Yeah, better than the highs and the lows. Couldn't be here without my teammates. You know, the effort, the determination everybody displayed to get to this point.
You handled the blitz.
We got it.
You handled their blitz fantastic today.
Well, it's never been about what anyone else does. It's always been about what we do and how we respond to certain things. And
Feels good.
hell of a game today.
Yes, it was. And you played a hell of a game, my friend. All right, there it is, folks. Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl 59.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back, they didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached, still repping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map, coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up, been on my grind since 2013, now the way that I live, I feel like a king, 24 hours, I'm locked in, I'm feeling like Kobe, getting these rings, do what I want when I want, ain't got nobody telling me shit, still got a whole lot of weight on my shoulders, getting my reps up, hitting that gym. I've been feeling like I'm underrated, but day to day I've been chasing greatness. Nothing left on my bucket list, but I'm grinding like I'm still in the basement. Ain't nobody who working harder. Money tall like Wembanyama. They be talking from the sidelines while I'm on the court. I've been a baller. I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up. Always knew my potential. Hop in the Porsche and there ain't no rental. Came a long way from studying dental. Now I got plaques inside of my bedroom. Already know where I've been headed. I took my risk and I don't regret it. They showing me love. I'm showing it back with every song I've been getting better. I know nothing that's good come free. No 9 to 5. I work all week. Putting my time in.
Yeah.
Been getting paid every time I speak.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dwayne One-on-One. My co-host is on the way. I guess they logging in. We're going to go live today, man, with an interesting show, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today right now, man. How y'all been? How y'all like that Super Bowl, man? Man, that Super Bowl was off the chain. I didn't know who was going to win the game at first. You know, it was like, man, for a minute, I was like, ooh, okay. I didn't know what way it was going to go at first. You know what I'm saying? But it went. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just happy that even though I went for the Eagles, I'm just happy that the Eagles won for Black History Month. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also happy that the Chiefs came back in the end. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely was a good move. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, people today, we got two special guests in here today. Today we got Mr. Orville Hall himself. We also got the granddaughter of Ike Turner, baby. Hey, what you know about little Ike? Y'all know Ike Turner? Y'all remember Tina Turner? Well, today we got the Granddaughter, and today we're going to be putting the paint where it ain't today, you know what I'm saying? My co-host Ashley is on the way, you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, baby, we're going up, we're going up, we're going up, yeah. And today what we're going to be talking about today is, man, this is, man, a 60 episode. Today is a celebration. The white quit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get y'all drink. Y'all get whatever you're drinking, your Coke, your Sprite, your water, whatever it is you want. You get it, man. And like, shout out to 60 episodes strong. And we're going to keep putting the paint where it ain't. But at the end of the day, like, as y'all noted that y'all may not like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. I mean, I didn't like it myself, but I definitely enjoyed the message. The message was dope, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really a Kendrick Lamar fan, so, you know what I'm saying? So, like, but before we get into it, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to our special stream today on our pre-show. It went well. Inky Johnson dropped some powerful knowledge. Y'all go back and watch that later on tonight or tomorrow, whenever you get a chance to watch it. You know what I'm saying, man? Man, it's dope, man. I appreciate it. But right now, we're gonna go ahead real quick. We're gonna get into some community engagement before we bring our guests and stuff in. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. All right. Let's get it. Happy Black History Month, everybody. Valentine's Day is this Friday. Hey, what y'all doing this weekend for Valentine's Day? Man, I'm single. So, like, I'm going to treat myself. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, right now, Mr. Orville stepped up. You know, he back there in the dressing room getting himself together. You know what I'm saying? So like say, man, we got a powerful. We're gonna be talking today about, you know, like say, man, some conflict resolution and how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But like real quick, right now we're gonna get into the community engagement, what's going on in the community, because you gotta know what's going on in the world in order before you can make a move. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to center myself up. There we go. Yeah, all righty. Where we at now? Community engagement. Yeah. All righty. Right now, if you're out here in California, shout out to my boy, my guy, Rockstar, Maine. But we call him Rockstar, baby. Rockstar, he got a Grammy last week. That was a Grammy a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he got an event going down called Make Your Mark, where he's going to be giving away free studio time. Man, they're going to be giving me a lot of stuff, man. So, like, they start to Rockstar. So, if y'all here in California, y'all make sure y'all pull up. Y'all make sure you get my girl Candy, man. Y'all already know Candy always putting down for the home team. And as you see on the flyer, we got one of our past guests, SKG. You know, we had SKG on the show I think we had it on the show about 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. So, shout out to SKG. Keep doing your thing, baby. Don't ever stop. You know what I'm saying? And coming up next, for those of y'all that didn't understand the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, I think y'all should go watch this movie right here called No Peace, No Peace. You know, Chirac, where you see Samuel L. Jackson as a narrator in that movie. And they kind of did the same thing he did, like in Django, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, so no, this thing getting tough. All you can do is equip yourself with the one thing you need the most. That's knowledge. Knowledge is power, baby. You better know it. And also, shout out to Kim Kardashian, man. Kim Kardashian, we appreciate you. One thing about Kim Kardashian, she always had a heart for incarcerated people, where she was able to send incarcerated firefighters to the Fire Aid concert in LA, as you know. Right now, it's not looking good out here in California right now with the fires. A lot of people can't get the money from the insurance because the insurance don't want to pay right now. But people out there, all I can tell you is that keep God first, and He's gonna work it out for you, baby. That's all I can tell you right now. But you know, He's gonna work it out. Don't give up. Sorry for the home team, baby. You already know. I mean, they keep giving us the short end of the stick, but my people from Louisiana, they keep showing out and keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like saying, you got to keep showing out and keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like saying, at the end of the day, no matter what, So shout out to Juvenile. And actually, for Valentine's Day, I didn't get to fly in time, but Juvenile will be in Shreveport along with Manny Fred and a couple other people. Shout out to my people over there at That Ain't My Business podcast, who just had Juvenile on the podcast. So like say, if you ain't doing that this Friday in Shreveport, you make sure you go over there to the I think it's the Municipal Auditorium this weekend for Valentine's Day. It's going up, baby. Juvenile. You understand? Man, you already know what the business is, baby. That's a legendary right there. Still making music. He don't need a Grammy. That's like to tell you people, that's because you didn't get a Grammy don't mean it's going to stop your hustle. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all check out Juvenile this Friday in Shreveport. You know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to Beyonce on the top of the world. You know what it is? Beyonce reacting to winning the best country album at the Grammy. Man, Beyonce, man, I appreciate you, baby. Man, you did that one. She was like, if you see her face right now, she's like, oh, wow. I won the Grammy for the best country album. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, at the end of the day, she's part of us, too. Down south, Houston, Texas, baby. Keep winning. Get them horns up, baby. Them horns up. Houston, Texas, baby. You know. Also, one time for Rosa Parks, baby. Happy birthday to Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying, man? Rosa Parks is definitely a pioneer. I mean, she definitely, as you can see, Marjorie King in the background. Like, Rosa Parks, one thing you got to respect about Rosa Parks, she's still on business. She wasn't moving. She's like, I'm not giving my seat up. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that. The deal of Black History Month. And shout out to all my black women out there, too. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's the best time to be a black woman because not only did they win the Super Bowl, they also, what they did was they, man, this right here, I'm just going to show it. All right, here we go. There we go. They made history, baby. You already know what I'm talking about. See, I thought somebody was going to text me in the comments. Be like, oh, I know what he's talking about. But shout out to the black female head coach. Well, not head coach, but one of the coaches for performing for Philadelphia Eagles. This will be her first Super Bowl. So I wish you many more. Beautiful black queen. Like they, let's keep it coming. And also, I put this up here to joke with y'all to see what y'all gonna say. But it's not true. But let's think, if it was true, how many people would be affected? Like I say, shout out to my people in Shreveport. You know, like 50 Cent, Mr. Orville and them, where they gonna be focusing on a bunch of projects that gonna cater to people. We're gonna be able to get more public housing in the community area too. So like say the people, I just want to see what y'all gonna say on that one. But that I did my research. It's a false alert. So I just wanted to see. You know, sometimes you got to see if y'all paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And also, one time for my guy, Herb Guy, I think I got a chance to meet him one time. He passed away. Like I say, man, like that's why we do what we do with Game Up, Level Up. Right now we on emotional intelligence because this brother had so much emotion going on, and like I think he was like his second or third stroke. You know what I'm saying? Like people sometimes we got to, you know, like we got to get everything intact. And like when you go get this money too, but make sure you get your health too. Your health is wealth. Like if your body ain't good, you got to make sure you're healthy. Health is wealth. Also, just came in the backstage area, baby. That's right. Miss Tiffany Turner is in the building. Tiffany, what up? You know, we getting ready to bring the guests in. We got a couple more engagements. Also give it up for Busta Rhymes receiving the President Lifetime Achievement Award. Long time overdue. You know what I'm saying, man? That's great. Like, what the best time to get an award like that during Black History Month. So we got Black History Month. We got Mardi Gras Month. You know what I'm saying? When it's up, it's stuck, baby. Let's get it. And also shout out to one of our other guests, Eric the Realist. You know, he about a year ago, he got out of prison. He was on his 3 strikes. He won his Grammy. With the Lecrae and Tasha Cobb, and he was able to come back to people for that won the Grammy this year to teach them how to get their Grammy because they don't give you a Grammy right then. You have to pay for your Grammy. So if you win a Grammy, you got to pay for it. So like that, I know it sucks, people, but I think the only person that get a Grammy is the artist. Like when you're a producer or whatever, somebody like that help make the album. Y'all make sure y'all found Eric the Realist on Instagram, and and tell him Dwayne sent you. If you won a Grammy, he'll tell you how you can go by getting your Grammy if you're a producer, songwriter, whatever. And also, shout out to all my birthday people, all my Aquarius people, Oprah Winfrey, Kerry Washington. So many birthdays this month. We celebrating Michael Jordan. And through you out there in Shreveport, Louisiana, you celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday to you, baby. One of my good friends is going to be celebrating at my people, nightclub, Unc. Shout out to my, no, that's not it. But shout out to the Eagles again, too, man. Man, we appreciate y'all. That was a good move. Man, celebration, man. You already know. And also, shout out to Diddy. At the end of the day, you still got to celebrate it. That's another boss move. They got Diddy on Fortnite now. You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, the Fortnite is probably one of the most played games in the world. And I mean, they put them on there like that, but but I wouldn't care. They cut me a check, so you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, they might be a little bit of defamation or something like that. But at the end of the day, hey, he on Fortnite, buddy. One time for Diddy. Also, if you're also gonna be in LA February 15th this weekend, you make sure you pull up. Legendary Dr. Dre Day. We got DJ Ballycat. I got a chance to hang out with him a couple of times doing the Snoop Dogg Hollywood Star giveaway along with Gin and Juice. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But this weekend in LA, they got Dre Day, J-Walk. Man, it's gonna be a movie, baby. At the end of the day, man, and like you say, all the portions gonna be going to the 5 victims of LA. You know what I'm saying? So like they, if you ain't doing nothing, a day after Valentine's Day, get it in. Also Valentine's Day in LA this Friday. One time for my boy Mike Malone, baby. Mike Malone will be in the building at Elevate Lounge. So it's gonna be an ultimate Valentine's Day party. It's gonna be all about fashion and chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So if you ain't got nothing going on, or you get done eating your dinner, pull up. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Mike. And once again, there you go. Once again, my guy, Rockstar. And there's a lot of other people too won Grammy that people don't know about. Shout out to Tiffany people. Some of her people won Grammys too. You know what I'm saying? Like they big up to anybody that get a Grammy. Don't worry about what people say. Because like the owner of the Grammy said, Mr. Harvey say, the Grammy is not about how many followers you got, how many views you get. It's about your production, how nice your production sounds. So people tell you want to make good music, make sure you got the best equipment because that's how they pick it. And also next, we getting ready. Like I say, it's Mardi Gras, people. What y'all know about that king cake, baby? I got to order me a king cake from Shreveport. Orville, I'm going to have to get Orville Hall to send me a king cake from Shreveport. Have you had some yet, man? Right. I got to get me a king cake, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, man. And also, they give it up to Shreveport, Louisiana. It's going down. Make sure you get your way over to Baton Rouge to the biggest concert to kick off spring break. We got Lil Boosie, Sexy Red, Gorilla, The Baby, Mike BG, Big Boogie, many more. They're going to shut down the Southern University Mini Dome, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, they're going up in a major way, you know what I'm saying? And also, my homegirl birthday is going down over there at the New Branson Lounge in Shreveport, formerly Hayes on Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. TK Monroe, originally from Alabama. But, she been in Shreveport for a minute. She been doing her thing. Congratulations, baby. I wish I could be there to turn up with you this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But like they enjoy your day. TK, they get it. And right here, I got a word for y'all. Some people don't really like you, but they're going to be cool with you just in case you finally make it big. Sometimes you want to watch out for them type of people, and we're gonna let y'all know in this show. You know what I'm saying? Like how to conflict resolution on who to look for and find. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it's up, it's stuck. Watch out. And also another Black history moment: President Donald Trump pardoned Beverly Williams and 22 other anti-abortion activists targeted by Joe Biden DOJ. She was sentenced to 41 months for allegedly violating the Faith Act. So, thank you, Trump. I appreciate you for that one. Thank you for looking out for our sisters. And also, shout out to my homeboy, Superman Pro, baby. If you ain't got nothing going on, you already know. Make sure you get over to Sound, baby. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. From now until the 27th. And kick it with DJ Superman Pro, baby. You already know he's going to have it going up. Let's see. I think we just got everything. But before we're going to get ready, we're going to go ahead. We're going to give y'all a little Mardi Gras flavor. And after that, we're going to bring in Mr. Orville. Then we're going to bring in Miss Tiffany. We're going to get this ball game kick out, baby. Time to put the paint where it ain't, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I think I got one more. No, we did that one. That's righty. Income tax time. One time for a good friend of mine that always supported me since day one. She's out there in Texas, Dallas, Texas. Income tax season is now. Make sure you get a chance to go out there and get your income tax done. If you're out there in Dallas, Texas. So I tell all my people out there in Dallas, if you're looking for your tax done, you can do it virtually, or you can do it at the office. So like I tell you, talk to my girl Shonda. If you tell the pretty boy sent you. If you know me by Dwayne, tell the Dwayne sent you. Oh, all right. So now, Mike, people, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. Today is our 60th episode. I mean, I couldn't do this without y'all. Like, man, I thank y'all for helping me and my co-host Ashley. I think she's running a little bit late right now, but we always keep the show rocking. But like now, people, I thank y'all for rocking with us and continue to rock with us. You know what I'm saying? When it's up, it's up. And I got like a little special little moment for the 60th episode. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of Mardi Gras. Then we're gonna put up the intro for Mr. Orville. All right. If you missed the Super Bowl, you missed the Louisiana moment. So, but that's all right. We're gonna bring you a little couple seconds of it. Southern University.
Wild Wind, the voice of New Orleans. Let's go! Y'all better get ready for this one. The human jukebox is about to make it bounce. Boys popping willies all summer. A big booty biz and a booty like the drummer. Booty like the drummer. Booty like the drummer. She got a booty, 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 a big booty.
Yeah, you already know, baby. Yeah. Man, I gotta love it, man. I love being from Louisiana. You see, I got my shirt on, too. It's Mardi Gras season, baby. You already know what it is. Ooh-wee. Ooh, if you wonder where I got my shirt from, I got mine in Shreveport. So, I couldn't find them in California, so I made sure I bought mine with me. I bought me one before I left Shreveport, you know what I'm saying? So, right now, we're gonna bring up, we got our little intro for Mr. Orville. We got to bring him in the right way. Kind of give y'all an idea of who he is and what he got going on. All right, here we go.
We're getting a glimpse of Curtis 50 Cent Jackson's plans for downtown Shreveport.
His representatives from G Unit shared a little more at today's Downtown Development Authority meeting. NBC6's Lynn Vance has the details.
G Unit's growth advisor Orville Hall went before the Shreveport Downtown Development Authority to present a plan for downtown Shreveport. He says as part of Phase 1, G Unit has purchased many properties leading into downtown to clean them up and make a good impression for visitors.
It's very important, first of all, for him to first identify the properties in the gateway, right? Because the gateway is where every car comes into Shreveport.
The gateway is an area where people exit the interstate into downtown. That includes the Texas Street area. G Unit expects the studio will become a tourist attraction in itself. That's another reason why his company is investing in the gateway.
So there's no full decisions made on the properties, but he bought them because he knows he has to fix them up, and he bought them with his own money.
They plan to employ many locals and are ramping up hiring efforts. The jobs will include temporary work, such as working the upcoming Humor and Harmony Festival. They compare the workforce needs to those in Las Vegas.
Vegas has one of the highest employment rates in the nation because they prepare their citizens to work for the events that come in the city.
Lynn Vance, NBC6.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no further introduction. Mr. Orville, what's going on, man? I got to get your mic. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Got me?
Yeah, I got you.
You got me? What's up,
yes,
brother?
Sir. Man, how you doing, man? How you feel today?
I'm woke up this morning, so thank God I feel good.
Man,
I got a lot to do. Man. I would have a problem if I didn't wake up. That would be my problem. So I'm good.
Amen. You know, amen. Oh, I tell you one thing, Mr. Orville. If you can get a chance. So like whatever your monitor, your second monitor you got, to kind of lower the volume on your second monitor. Cause I got a second monitor too, so I just turn my volume down. So they're getting feedback. Check.
Audio.
Mic check. Mic. Yeah, I can hear you.
Mic check. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Mic check. Mic. Oh well, I'm hearing the feedback. It's like I can tell you probably. It might be the
Let me see. Let me turn it down a little bit. Let's see what happens.
Mic check.
Is that better?
Mic check. Oh, you might have to mute the audio from the second device.
I'm just using. Wait a minute. Oh, so. Hold on. When I muted the mic on here.
Mic check.
Hold on. Find the settings. Audio. Is that better?
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic.
All right.
But you sound good.
Oh, okay.
But they got the
I can hear you pretty well.
Well, it's the how many devices you're using?
I'm just on the laptop.
Okay, that might be. Tiffany, can you hear echo?
No, I don't hear echo.
No, you're not gonna hear it. Like it's a feedback. I'm trying to see what it is.
So when I mute, does it go away? Hold
Mic
on,
check.
I'm getting ready to mute. Does it go away when I mute? Hold on.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. Yeah, it definitely goes away when you mute it. I think it's only happen when I'm talking. Like when I'm talking, then it then you get the feedback sound and stuff
So
like that.
What I do, I'll unmute when I'm going to talk.
Okay. So that makes sense. That way, so like when you got it open, then that's when it comes out. So, but that makes sense. When you get ready to talk, then my co-host when she's talking, then you mute. Then when you get ready to say something, then you unmute it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Orville is in the building, and next we're about to bring in our other special guest, legendary Tiffany, baby. Actually, they stepped in the building. They were running a little late, you know what I'm talking about? Don't y'all beat her up too bad, you know what I'm saying? We give her a little bit gravy for the chicken, you know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna go ahead and bring in Miss Tiffany. So what we got a video. Where's she at? All righty.
Hey.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
Oh wait. All right, we're gonna bring in the intro for Miss Tiffany.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's see where we at. All right, there we go. Now, Miss Tiffany, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked on this one. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be like, how did Dwayne get that one?
You're always full of surprises.
I'm trying to tell you, baby. You got to be in it to win it. Like I tell people, it's in me, not on me. Ooh-wee.
All good.
Mr. Orville, this is the lovely co-host Ashley.
Hey everybody, welcome to Game Up Level
Ashley,
Up.
how you doing?
Pretty good, thank you. All right.
Yeah. All righty. Check. All righty now, here we go. There we go.
You women have heard of jalopies, you've heard the noise they make, but let me introduce my new Rocket 88. Yes, it's straight, just one way. Everybody likes my Rocket 88. Baby, we'll ride in style, moving all along.
Yo, what's good? What an intro. Listen, thank you for that, man. Got my emotional intelligence. I'm like, damn, emotions are high.
Man, it's a blessing to be in the room with two legendary people today. Mr. Orville, all the way from Brooklyn in New York, where he resides in Shreveport, Louisiana now. Tiffany is out here in California with us. The legendary granddaughter, Ike and Tina Turner. And like you say, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, and Tiffany, Mr. Orville Hall too. He got a legendary past too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the only thing I got to correct is I'm from Hollis, Queens.
Oh.
We're Hollis crew. Run DMC and LL Cool J and the Show Boys. All right. So big New York is a big place, but we from Hollis. Hey Tiffany, how you doing?
How you doing, Orville? I'm good. Thank you.
Good, thank God.
Hi, Ashley.
Hello, welcome. And yes, New York is a big place, even though it's a small place.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
It's definitely big.
I think it might be Tiffany. You might check and see your feedback. You got multiple monitors on, Tiffany? One monitor? Ashley, say something.
Check. Mic check.
Mic check.
I think it's yours.
Oh, is it me?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Mic check.
Echo.
All right, check. Mic check. Can we
Good
hear
check.
somebody say something?
You have a good check. I have feedback.
Oh, you know what?
Mine is pretty clear. No feedback.
You know what? I'm gonna make sure it's not me.
And now you have feedback again.
That's never happened.
Yeah, you know. See, the devil be trying to get you sometimes. You know, you got a lot of goodness in the studio. Mic check. Wow, that's interesting. All right, hold on. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off.
All right. So on episode 60, wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you, right? You have a lot of episodes with a lot of guests. Emotional intelligence, mastering conflict resolution and collaboration. You ready, pretty boy? That's his Shreveport name. I hear from his Shreveport guest.
See, I hear the echo. And see what it was. It was the situation where when I went on here, and I was still able to hear the echo and stuff like that. So like say, I don't know what it is. It never happened before, but I think what we're gonna do here to keep the echo from messing up, we're just gonna have people mute themselves, and then when it's time to talk, when it's time for that person to talk, then you just go in and do your thing. So, but first starting with Mr. Orville Hall. So me, you and Ashley, we're gonna mute ourselves too. So when they start talking, we're gonna mute ourselves, so we won't get no feedback for the recording and stuff like that. So, Mr. Orville Hall, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm good. I'm Orville Hall, like you said, originally from Hollis, Queens, New York City. Been in Shreveport now for about 8 years, but my original introduction to Shreveport was I was head of marketing at the time for Clive Davis, J Records, Polo Ground Music, and came down and signed Hurricane Chris. So I was been down here for a long time since Bay. I've been down here since Coco Pelez. I've been down here, when Red River was popping with Brothers and Brothers Seafood and Nicky's, and so I've been coming down a long time. And when I came down in about 8 years ago, I came down to help Hurricane Chris get another deal here locally. And that's when I saw a city that I didn't see originally back then because I was here on the music business and I was in Cedar Grove and Moortown and Allendale, the bottom, and Cooper Road, and you know what I'm saying. So that's where I was during the music time because that's the target market we was basically moving towards. But now when I came back, I just seen a city that I thought was just drastically underused, and again, the people it's a college culture because of LSU, Grambling, and Southern. So it's a very, very highly educated city, especially I would think per capita. I think it's the most um, educated city is in terms of degrees that I've ever seen, you know, because you have those three colleges, everybody in New York is still a party in the street if somebody goes to college. You know, you go into college, some is still at some points the first person in the family that has gone to college. But what I love about here is a college culture. They've been going since grandmama. And then what a lot of people realize down here is that you don't have to pay for it till you get out of college. So they keep going. And so they got their double masters, double doctorates, double. So I just knew this was the type of town, if I was able to get people to see it, I knew they would see what I see. Because I've been marketing for Adidas for 16 years, head of marketing for Fila, head of marketing for J Records. I opened my own restaurant in New York, Hollis, Queens, called Hollis Famous Burgers and Hip Hop Museum. And it was the same idea as I'm looking at Shreveport. Hollis was in a situation where we had 6 abandoned buildings on Hollis next to 2 schools. And I went home to try to clean that up. And so I've been doing a lot, thank God, and I believe this is God's plan. I'm just executing it. And you know, God puts you through all the experiences you'll need once you find your destiny and your assignment to his commission, which is to make this place on earth as it is in heaven by serving. So I'm happy to be here. And marketing is my background, but my service is what I'm excited to do here in Shreveport. So
Yeah, man. Well, we thank you for that nice, kind of introduction, Mr. Overhaul. Like I say, we're glad to have you here on our 60th episode. Like I say, I mean, actually been putting the paint where it ain't for a long time. And like I say, I've been in the industry for over 15, 20 years now. And I started off as a photographer, and I actually met Baby and them around the time when Hurricane Chris was jumping. So I was doing a lot of camera stuff like in the Freeport area, and I kind of elevated from being a photographer to being a podcast host and doing marketing and stuff right now. So marketing is definitely my expertise. And I went to school in business, and you know, like I say, so we glad to have you here. Ashley, but
I
before you
appreciate it.
introduce the most definitely, Ashley, before you introduce the next guest, is something you want to say to Mr. Overhaul?
I know that just sounds like an exciting journey. You've been in a couple of places and resided in 2 different places. I also resided in Chicago and Los Angeles and also Michigan. And it's just so sometimes to compare and see the different culture within one big culture that we all have. So different, the different geographical places and regions that we live in, people are a little bit different. And the society is a little bit different when you go to different places. So it's good to hear about the differences that you saw and the potential and the places, especially when you mentioned the restaurant. It's like, yeah, we just got a hip hop burger spot out here. I don't know if you guys are aware that Nipsey Hussle's team opened up the Marathon Burger place out here. So that kind of is, we're doing the same
What
thing in
what's
different
funny, I actually have a picture in my house right here of Nipsey. Hold on, let me show
places.
y'all.
Okay. Some West Coast culture, some Southern culture, some East Coast culture, some Midwest culture. And I
I don't
see
know.
Tiffany. She
I don't
got
know
it
if you can
too.
see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I'm telling
That's
you, the
that's
culture.
Nipsey when he
Yes.
visited my restaurant in New York,
Okay.
and what he said to me was, "OG, I'm gonna go back to my neighborhood and do the same thing." So sometimes you don't know how you are helping to get somebody's vision moving by them seeing what you're doing.
And that's what I see when my people come visit me here. They're always like, "So what you guys doing out here? What you doing out here?" I'm gonna take it back to my restaurant. I'm gonna take it back to my town. We're not gonna reinvent the wheel. We're just gonna tweak it, edit it, and make it our own.
Right.
So we're definitely cross influencing each other as we
Right.
should.
And it's important.
It is very important, right? That's how we get our traditions, not erased, but still present.
Amen.
Not gonna go political on you guys today, but yeah. So our next guest is Tiffany, right? You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Tiffany? Miss Turner.
Hey, what's good, y'all? First of all, thank you guys for having me. Such an honor and divine privilege to be here. My name is Tiffany Turner. I also go by Queen T. That is my producer name. I wear many hats. Production songwriting is my passion. I'm also in film and photography, assistant directing, and also freelance photographer. I love what I do. And I'm just a whole creative all around. I make jewelry. I just do whatever it is I feel I want to do that's going to help heal and love on people, just being myself. And I want to thank y'all for having me. I am the oldest grandchild of Ike Tina Turner. I don't know how you found that video. I don't know what kind of research you did, because what? First of all, I wasn't ready. I was trying to hold back the tears. I was like, damn, my eyelashes about to be peeling and shit. But hear me out though. I appreciate that introduction. That's a lot. And it's an honor to be here to talk about emotional intelligence. That's right up my alley. I'm not the easiest person to get to speak at all. I really am very selective about who I choose to allow to speak to me, because I've had so many interesting encounters with people that get me in the hot seat and then use me for shock value. So there's that. But you got great energy, Dan. Like when I met you, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, we gonna connect on something one day. Like we gonna collab on something one day. Because your energy is just too infectious.
Yes.
You
You
real
hear
solid
me?
person. You're a real good person, And I used to have my own podcast years back called the Urban Autism Network. It was live. I am a huge autism mom, okay, and I advocate for it really tough. My oldest son, Amari, he goes by the Metal God, Amari, and he was born autistic, diagnosed at 4. Told he wasn't gonna be able to do anything he could do today, which is a savant. He graduated a year early, cum laude, in 2022. He's a lead metal guitarist, and I never felt sorry for him, but I did implement better nutrition habits to get him where he's at today. And he continues to be an advocate for that, and he does speaking engagements where he gets to educate people about autism and how to be kind to people with neurodivergent disabilities. I advocate for anti-bullying, kids with special needs, and yeah, I do all the things that are all the things that are like things that I go through, things that I have special ways about me that I get the divine privilege to help other people with. So yeah, that's what I'm here for. So anyway, appreciate you. Yes, Queen T in the building. I am here to talk about the real deal Holyfield and whatever emotional intelligence it takes to get through and get me where I'm at today. I'm willing to pay forward to everyone. So yeah, let's get it popping. Thank you for having me.
Well, I want to thank you too. Thank you for that nice introduction. And since today is our 60th episode, we gave y'all a little bit extra time to speak on your intro, because it's a celebration for me and Ashley today. Because it ain't easy putting together 60 episodes of knowledge. So, we both got our regular lives and stuff, like saying, and but we decided to come on here and put the paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why today's show is a little special. Not just because we got 60 episodes, but because we got two legends in the building, and the people that have been in the game for a long time, and you're gonna give the chance to, put your 10 cents in as we kick off the show. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kick it off. Hello, everybody. Like I said, wait, before I do that, kick it off. It is Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? So before we kick the show off, I just want to give you a little Black History flavor. Black History Month, people. Start out to a legendary Miss Sip, RP. She's in heaven right now. But Miss Sip is out of Orange County. She started the Black History Parade when she was real young, and now it got so big. I know she's smiling in heaven right now because of her kid. They kept it going. They moved it from Orange County to Anaheim, where they take up almost about 2 to 3 miles, and they just have a big celebration going on. So one time for it, we want to give this Black History Month, this February, so we want to pay homage to Miss Sip and her boys. So one time for Miss Sip, and when we come back, we're gonna get on to this emotional intelligence. Right where we at, Miss Sip.
She gave the community hope. She was the voice of the village.
Helen Shipp's impact and long-lasting legacy on Orange County and its Black residents is seen throughout the community. The streets outside her Santa Ana home are dedicated in her honor.
And seeing the Black History Square and the Helen Shipp Way outside of your home, how special is that?
Oh, it's amazing because this is where it all started at.
Shipp founded the county's first Black History Parade on February 9th, 1980.
When there was a time when there was nothing going on for blacks in this city, she made it possible for everyone to have something to be a part of.
Only 8 entries took part in the festivities that first year. On its 45th anniversary this year, Shipp's son Dwayne, who is president of the OC Heritage Council, says more than 100 entries participated.
So when you say OC, for me, it stands for one community and our community. So our community needs to come together and help continue to grow this.
Shipp is recognized as a trailblazer who dedicated her life to uplifting and empowering the Black community.
It's better to be in a position of being a blessing to someone than being in the position of needing a blessing.
Shipp passed away in January 2018, but her mission and vision will continue through those she's inspired.
A lot of people are driven by different things. My mom was driven by only one thing, is bringing people together, showing as much as love as she could to anyone.
The Shipp family's goal is for the parade to continue as long as possible. They also want it to be recognized as California's official Black History Parade in the next 5 years. Reporting in Santa Ana, David Gonzalez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Ooh, now that's big. And one thing, Dwayne, if you hear me, if you hear me out there, Mr. Dwayne, I thank you for having me, taking care of me, and appreciate you for the good words you said about Game Up, Level Up. We'll see you on the show real soon. So y'all will see Mr. Dwayne on the show. So we're going to have Dwayne and Dwayne. But like I say, Miss Shipp, she kind of remind me of, and Mr. Hall might know who I'm talking about, remind me of the Streetport version of Barbara Norton.
Yeah.
So like I say, and see, and so out here is rare for somebody to move that type of power in California because it's so big out here. So when you Black, and I want to encourage people out there, I don't care what you got going on, so what type of pressure it is that's coming against you, that keep going. Don't let nothing stop you. Be that Rosa Parks. Be that Helen Shipp. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. It's gonna be a lot of animosity come your way. It's gonna be a lot of conflict resolution come your way. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is right there. And with that being said, I'm gonna say, welcome back to Game Up Level Up Podcast. Yes, people, I'm so excited right now. We just hit 60 episodes, and we are keeping the momentum going strong, man. Man, God is so good. I thank God for everything. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. I love it. I just want to say, over the last few episodes, we have broken down emotional intelligence, how it shaped our interaction, strengthened our mindset, and helped us communicate effectively. But I want to say this. But for those of y'all that's tuning in right now, tonight we're going to be diving into something powerful. And as you seen when we put on the screen earlier, you heard what Mr. Overhaul and Tiffany said they ready for this emotional intelligence. They ready to tackle the mastering, conflict resolution, and collaboration, people. Let that be real. People, keep it real with yourself. Conflict is a part of everybody's life. You can't get away from conflict. I don't care how you try to erase it out. You're going to have some type of conflict. You're going to have some type of hate. Because everybody ain't liking what you're doing. You're gonna get a lot of hate. 50 Cent getting a lot of hate in Shreveport right now. But a lot of people in Shreveport ain't doing what Mr. 50 Cent doing. A lot of people in Shreveport ain't doing what Mr. Overhaul is doing. Guess what? They're gonna still keep moving. They're gonna keep on trucking. They're gonna say, to me, I like the hate. Come on. I like when people hate on me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, whether you're in relationship, business, or everyday situation, you got to realize disagreement will happen. But the key isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about learning how to navigate with emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Ashley, what's up?
Unmute myself. So, of course, here we go. I'm glad to be back here for another powerful conversation because we've been having some conversations about this with some great people. Because, of course, conflict is something that we all face, but we have to ask ourselves, how do we handle it? So that's what separates growth from setbacks. Tonight, we're breaking it all down. How to navigate disagreements, work better with others, and use emotional intelligence to turn tension into teamwork. You already know it's time for all of us to level up and go ahead and, share the wealth. Each one teach one. We all need to keep on leveling up because we got to keep up.
Ooh, I'm trying to tell you, baby. I'm trying to
Amen.
tell you. Just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And actually, and you know what? I like what you just said, and I'm gonna say like him. I'm gonna say, now we are mastering conflict resolution with part 3, and I'm gonna say, when it comes to how to turn disagreement into positive solution, you're gonna find out tonight what that means.
Right,
How you
because
be?
in part 1, we identify conflict styles and why disagreements happen. And on part 2, we focus on emotional intelligence in conflict. Like we were talking about how try to respond instead of just react, what the difference is between that. So you guys got to go check out part 1 and part 2.
Man, you hear that, baby? Y'all got to check out part 1 and part 2. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. I see a lot of new faces in the building tonight. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in to Game Up, Level Up. Man, we got to level up your game today, baby. You know what I'm saying? But we got to kick it off right now. You know what I'm saying? Like with point number one, which we got 5 steps. You know, like you say, sometimes you got to get your framework together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you how to get your 5-step conflict resolution framework together. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to kick it off like this. Like, you got to be able to understand. Step 1 is identify the root cause. Identify the root cause. Now, some of y'all, I don't know if some of y'all know what that means when they say identify the root cause, but I'm going to say it like this. Like, you got to understand not just what happened, but why it happened. Like, you know, that's going to be like when it comes to identifying the root cause, you got, like you say, you got to understand not just what happened, but why it happened. And then you got to be able to ask yourself, what's the real issue? Miscommunication, different expectations. And my favorite one, man, is like dealing this. I've been in the industry, and on Overhaul, I'm gonna let him say something on this next. Egos. So a lot of people seem to have their own ego. And like I tell people, before I got where I was, I had to do a lot of free stuff. I had to catch the city bus before I was able to get next to people like Baby, Hurricane, them, or anybody else. I had to crawl before I walked. So I couldn't come in there with an ego, like, oh, I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that. You know, like you got ego and pride. You know what I'm saying? So like say, Mr. Hall, what's your take on what we just said when it comes to identifying the roots and like when it comes to the real issues, the miscommunications, and the different expectations? Like right now, what you're doing with the project, you're doing it in Shreveport right now with 50. What would you say?
You hear me?
Yeah, go.
You hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now? I'm okay.
You're a little choppy. You're a little choppy. Maybe
Can you hear me?
Tiffany can go ahead and answer that while he gets his sound together.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, he's back.
Frozen.
Okay, okay, Tiffany, you go ahead. You go. I'll be after you.
I'd like to hear more about how Tiffany handles things from the parent perspective of dealing with a child with disabilities.
Oh, okay, we're about to dive into that.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, as it relates to what we're talking about, because I know a lot of people who seek advice in that area.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Oh boy, emotional intelligence when dealing with the challenge of autism, which is a neurodivergent disability that is a silent disability. It's a disability you can't see.
Right.
And when you experience it, it requires a certain level of intelligence and patience to tap in. So you can understand how to focus, hyper focus on solutions and communication and comprehension, which actually totally uses a space of your brain and your patience that you didn't even know you had. You know, so a lot of this goes dormant in a lot of people because it's not common to have to activate. Okay. But when it happens, and once it's active, it's natural. Once it happens, it's natural. And with emotional intelligence comes empathy. With emotional intelligence comes patience. And with emotional intelligence comes acceptance. And with those three things, it's top tier when emotional intelligence comes into play when you're dealing with challenges you can't see. So you have to basically create you have to really create a way to communicate so the comprehension is there so you can hyper focus on solutions. Solutions are the best way to focus on. If you focus on the problem, let's just say, for example, my son, he used to have tantrums. So how am I going to get him to stop acting like Incredible Hulk on PCP? Because I just gave him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. First of all, I set him off because he has a gluten intolerance. He has a food allergy that's causing his dopamine to be out of control, his sensory to be out of control. So I'm setting him up for failure already, thinking I'm giving him something he should want and have because he asked for it. Diet. So then with emotional intelligence comes to figure out that could be the what we just talked about root cause to him being out of control.
Right.
So that's how I identify the root cause by it's basically like diving into cause and effect. How do we get here? Why is he tripping? What happened?
The triggers.
Correct.
Right.
So the trigger for him was diet and sensory. If those two things are happening, if something's too loud and he ate something that turned him up, we both gonna be crying in the car when we leave Target. I'm just saying.
People don't realize how much nutrition is involved in identifying triggers when it comes
100%.
to people of all ages and people of all abilities, right?
Correct.
So nutrition
And even everybody on this podcast, diet affects us all. So you just have to find the root cause, identify what food does what. How do you feel? Journal these things, write down how you feel so you can be able to have the data to be able to compare and do something different so you can get a different result. So with emotional intelligence comes, you have to have the commitment, you have to have the grit to get to the root cause because it's not going to just come to you. You have to really be willing to fall in love with the process of that journey and what it consists of if you want different results.
So definitely seeing the value and having patience and all those things that's necessary. Because I have a friend, she used to say things, and she's like, sometimes she's a vegan, sometimes she's a pescatarian. She used to say things like, I don't know why I'm angry all of a sudden. I guess the chicken I ate was probably angry and now it's in my body. So next thing I know, she would be eating meat for the next month.
Well, you know,
But to make light of it, nutrition does affect us in so many ways, and it can help us to identify the root causes of some of the challenges and conflict that we arise, because we want to talk about why does conflict arise. One may be unmet expectations. What people assume things will go a certain way, but don't communicate them, or may not even know how or have the knowledge or the capacity to communicate them. Another things are emotional triggers. Past experiences, insecurities, or stress can make small issues feel so much bigger, just like you guys might be crying together or frustrated together if we don't get into why does conflict arise within ourselves. Mr. Orville, are you back with us vocally? We can't hear him. Wow, his sound, something's going on. I don't know what that's about. We got too much powerful things to talk about.
Right? You feel me?
Yes, for sure. I do.
We still gonna get
And
him
to
out.
speak your language as well. I've spent a lot of hours advocating. I spend a lot of hours advocating for people with different abilities.
I appreciate
Mr. Hall. Most definitely. And I like that. Mr. Hall, I would probably suggest you to kind of come back in, like maybe you can kind of like restart your computer.
Yeah. It's
Restart.
No, you're very choppy and you sound very distant. So this part has happened before. We didn't get the echo before, but when people freeze or we can't hear them, they have to come out and then they'll come back in.
I'm going back.
Okay. All right. See why you want to
What I
keep going into
did,
why?
yeah,
You got
yeah.
3 of them.
And you know what? And I like this one right here because, like, I like what she said about the this one of my answers I spent time typing in, and I just want to say like when it comes to autism and anything else, one thing people that you got to realize, and like how she broke down the root cause, and it was able to help shift the focus from emotions to solution. So she didn't complain about it. She could have complained about it, but she was able to shift her emotion to a solution. So sometimes we can sit there and be like, be frustrated. You're not going to get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, so now, like, you know, it just open up the force for anybody out there. You can put it in the chat. You can answer it how you want. That's why I say, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? So they say, but at the end of the day, you definitely got to shift your focus from emotions to solutions. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, and that would be that covers all of them. What they said a few minutes ago, they covered the miscommunication issue, the real issues, and the different expectations. A lot of times people do have different expectations, and another thing, like when it comes to different expectations, we are both, you know, you gotta realize we both sides expecting different outcomes on different sides. You know, we expect different outcomes on different sides, and so like, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I say you just gotta be able to shift your focus. You know, and now I want to say what else. It's you. Everybody's you asked me before.
Step 2.
No, it's emotional triggers.
I did that already. We already.
Oh, you did that? Oh, well, it's on me then. Well, my bad. Look, we just talk about the triggers and things like that. And, like, I didn't put it up there then. We moved so quick on it. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and put that up there.
We got into it about that.
Yeah, I see. So
we
I'm
even
gonna
added nutritional triggers because that's one I didn't even think about.
Okay, like, there we go, people. We're going to put that up there for y'all. Our way when it comes to triggers, like the past experience, like they say, insecurities and stress to make you feel small, but make you feel much bigger. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But and now what I want to add to that is, on that note, is we got to understand, like when it comes to stuff like that, you got to understand we got different communication styles. Like when some people express themselves directly, while others shut down or avoid conversation. I used to be one of the type of people like with my ex-wife. Like she's telling me talking about our baby, but you know, but it's Super Bowl weekend, and like I'm not going to get into it with you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll talk later. Like you telling me stuff because you things happening. So I don't disrespect women. So like that, but so like I'm not gonna have nobody to take me out my character when my mind is not there. So, especially if it's something happening to our child on Friday, and the people come to me on Sunday. No, I'm not gonna play with you. No, we ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I do. But I mean, I'm going up to my child's student and talk to the principal and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying. So and I'm gonna show at the bus stop and stuff like that, unsuspected. So I'm gonna do things like that. But but like people, I want to encourage you, like, don't be the one to shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Get involved,
Just
huh?
yeah, you want to get yourself involved. You want to shift your focus. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to get yourself to a neutral ground. So if you say a lot of times you avoid confrontation, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, you can avoid confrontation by not arguing with a woman or arguing with somebody whoever in there with you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this, like when it comes to that, like you want to be able to get some clarity. So a lot of times people have a lack of clarity, misunderstanding when intention or clearly communicate. So like when you shut down, what you think gonna happen? Like you think I'm gonna have clarity?
Is a playground for what is it? Miscommunication is a playground for no communication equals miscommunication. There's a saying like that. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's something like that. I gotta know what you're
No
saying. Like
communication is a breeding ground for miscommunication, but it's easier said than done because I'm a shutdowner.
and that's why I say you want to get you some clarity. So a lot of times you shut down, and the reason why you feel bad like that, sometimes when you shut down, because you don't have any clarity. So before you hurt yourself, you just shut down, and it's like nobody's not caring. So we want to get people out that, like that, and like so, like I said, misunderstanding happen when intention aren't clearly communicated, and then when you come back, then you got to understand competing interests, whether in business, relationship, or friendship. People sometimes have different goals. We have to understand. Like you got to understand. Like me, I'm a parent. So I can get mad and like most people say, oh that bitch don't know shit. Fuck that bitch. Man, fuck this, like all that. I ain't got to do all that. So I'm like, we definitely ain't gonna get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always be in conflict resolution. But when I'm able to understand that sometimes people have different goals, we can co-parent better. So I know a lot of women on here that ain't have a baby daddy. They weren't able to accept their baby daddy nothing. I mean, I've been in my child ever since he was 1 year old. Even though me and my ex-wife divorced when he was 1, I believe. I think we divorced when he was about a couple months. I still showed up. Yeah. No, I didn't show up the way she wanted me to show up. I showed up the way me as a father show up. And sometimes I feel like with California, sometimes things are not understand greatly, which is why you have a lot of single mamas in California. So I see a lot of single mamas in California by themselves. I'm looking at them like, baby, I know you didn't have this baby by yourself. So what I do as a man, I would reach out to them and I would help them put their stroller on the bus or something like that, because I know how hard it can be. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like my ex-wife didn't have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I taught my kids how to ride the bus, so when their mama is not there, they would hop on the bus anytime and go do what they need to do. And so their mom would be like, oh, I can take y'all now. And be like, oh, mom, we already went. Like you say, like you say, so people understand there is competing interests. Tiffany?
Hey. What stands out to me as I've been reading this little sentence across the bottom of the screen, the past experience, insecurities, and stress can make small issues feel much bigger. This is so accurate, and I'm speaking from a place of experience, high experience in this. I have identified my emotional triggers, and my emotional triggers are somebody trying to do something for me. If you try to do something for me, I'm like, the fuck are you doing? I got it. I'm offended highly, and I'm insulted because I'm like, what you trying to do? Why the fuck are you even assisting? Like, what is this? Like, no, take it. I don't need it. I'm good. Like, that's not ego. That's a trauma response for having to be a first responder to myself as a child. And I had a very, very, very painful childhood, but I was never a victim of my circumstances. But that fight or flight mode is active 24/7. I'm hustling in my sleep. I don't rest, or I've never been able to feel safe and just knowing I'm okay, because that first responder thing doesn't turn off for me, or I haven't mastered how to turn it off. So it's an emotional trigger when somebody wants to aid or help or even offer just love on me. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Like, I got it. You know, I hug myself. I don't need none of that. You know, but instead of just allowing it to happen, instead of allowing someone to just want me to be okay, it's okay. It's okay if somebody wants you to be okay. It's okay if somebody sees you and just wants to do something kind. But because I'm cut from a cloth where, you know, if I cried as a child, nobody was coming to console me. If I cried as a child, I had a very rough life. I don't care what fame was behind it. I had a rough life. So in my later years, I realized that I strolled through life with this whole, you know, my crown is high, you know, I don't need it. But at the end of the day, it's a trigger. That crown, I can set it, I don't have to take it off, but I can, like, you know, not wear it, but I could set it down for a minute and rest and allow people to, I could be vulnerable and allow myself to not be triggered. And that I had to teach that to myself. I had to give myself permission to do that. So that takes a whole different.
How do you allow people to help you or assist you?
I'm sorry.
What do you have to go through yourself, like a mental procedure or a process to allow people to help you or assist you?
Recognize that, first of all, I like I said, my first thing I said was give myself permission, which was I had to identify why I'm pushing it away. Why am I pushing this away if it feels good? Why am I pushing this away if deep down inside I want this? I've always wanted it. So why am I pushing it away? What's the issue? The issue is it's foreign. The issue is that I'm so used to figuring it out, and I'm so used to just having shit under control. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to apply it. So I had to teach myself to be receptive. And then I had to say, I am deserving. And then I had to say, it's okay. That's what I mean by giving yourself permission, identifying and saying, it's okay. You know, because I'm the type of person that's like, yeah, don't do this shit for me because I don't want to fucking hear it later. You know what I mean? What if that person is coming with all the intention to just really just do something kind? I can't be the only one dishing that out. I have to also put myself in a position to be vulnerable enough to receive. And that took work. And yes, my solution was I got therapy. I did get therapy. I did go to counseling for that and I just got back to the basics of the simplicity of things that I feel like I didn't get into because I had to be serious. I had to grow up really fast. So there's a vulnerable side of me, that the innocence of curiosity and stuff like that. I lacked that experience based off of it not being in a space to be able to occupy it. So when I got older, I had to teach myself, it's okay for you to do things guilt-free. It's okay to be human. It's okay to do things without all this level of perfection and all this shit you made up for yourself to be in defense mode all the time. It's okay to just not do that. It took a while. I had to actually like create a pattern, a new pattern and a new habit for myself.
Mm-hmm. And Orville, do we have sound with you yet?
I'm gonna do. I like that. I like that, Tiffany. Okay. That is dope. What you just said. and like you say, like, and you definitely, to me, I felt like you definitely you came out and you tackled all three of our points. Different, you understood you understood that different communication style later on. So you like, it got to be a better way for me not to always have conflict with people. So no, so like God say, people, we need people. But like Tiffany say, some people will kind of help you and won't come in return. And then like you said, like, motherfucker, I got this shit. I don't need you. Like, I used to be like that sometimes.
But sometimes the intention first.
Right.
You know, like what are your intentions are? And like you say,
and listen without defensiveness.
Right.
Right.
Ooh,
Because
go ahead,
most
Ashley.
conflict escalates because people listen to respond and not to understand. So she has to listen to
Yes.
herself without defensiveness and then practice her own active listening and let the other person probably talk without interrupting and really try to think about what their intention is, body language, nonverbal cues, listening to their tone, all those things into one, and acknowledging sometimes their feelings, telling them I hear you, so she can process that herself. And we all have to do that, you know? Those are some strategies that we all need to help us to listen without defensiveness and make progress and be progressive. Because that's basically ultimately what it sounds like we are all doing. Ooh,
Ooh.
conflict arises.
And you know what? And I like that. And to add to what you just said, actually, and I like how you just said that. Like sometimes the people, and sometimes Mr. Hall, Mr. Hall, if you can probably just try to connect on your phone when he come back, actually,
Okay.
let's let him know to try to connect on his phone. That way we can go
Okay.
ahead and we're gonna let him, but we're gonna give him a chance to say something on the one that we finished up and some on this one. So and as we keep it moving along, but I want to say like that right there. Well, actually, what you just said, listening without defensiveness, man, that took the cake right there. And I want to say, like sometimes people, we got to be able to repeat back key points to confirm understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like we do, we got to do that. Like so sometimes like like sometimes you might not get it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we all human, and like and that's the underlying what that means when you got to repeat back key points to confirm understanding. That basically saying like we just said earlier, identify the real issue before we act into conflict. And then, like you say, like understanding the miscommunication and understanding different expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, like, you got to go back. So sometimes you might not get it right then and now. So like, when you just go in your own, go in your own mode, you might be ready to knock a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, don't touch my baby. Like, I'm good. I got this shit. So no, like, unfortunately, by me having a good spirit on me, no woman have came to me and told me to get back. Now I had one woman say before I got this, but I act like I didn't hear her, and I just went ahead as she got out the bus with the stroller. I politely got her bag, and she didn't cut me out. She just say thank you, I appreciate you. That way, ma'am, you have a best day. And so if it's on my heart to do it, and sometimes you can't tell bad spirit. Sometimes, like you know what I'm saying, like you can discern bad spirit. And like I'm saying, like that, like people. But at the end of the day, like what we just said today earlier, a minute ago, people, like go back to our points, like we said earlier. Like when you come into a situation with conflict, let's rethink it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't rethink it, you can find yourself in the rules of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like say, and we don't want y'all to be like that. So like you got to understand the real issue, the miscommunication and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that. You owe yourself that. You know what I'm saying? And now, in step 3, we got to communicate your perspective clearly. And what that means, people, your feelings and your viewpoint matters too. So don't ever look at it like what you're doing don't matter. It does matter. Believe that. So sometimes people sit here and tell you, okay, what you talking about don't matter. What the hell you mean it don't matter? Like you say the fuck. And like at the end of the day, actually, like go ahead.
Well, sometimes when you communicate clearly, you want to use I statements instead of you because you matter and your voice matters too. Instead of saying you never listen to me, say maybe I felt unheard when my ideas are dismissed. Depends on your setting. Sometimes you got to code switch. Sometimes you got to say in the language that can be understood depending on the environment that you're in, right? So, I mean, like you said, you were going to go to your kid's school, you're going to do all these things, but you also got to put yourself in position of adhering to the rules, proper attire, because we see that all the time on social media, right? Where the attire that the parent wore to the graduation was inappropriate. also the way you speak and the way you talk. Yeah, we have to be adaptable, to many environments that we're faced with when we arise at challenges, and respect other people's experiences and be mindful of other people's experiences and backgrounds to help get us to the end goal that we want to get to, because I'm always about being progressive. And how are we going to get to what we want to get to collectively, or what I want to get to if it's personal? Sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's not. It depends on, who I'm working with and when I'm working for. So, I mean, we really have to be mindful at how you communicate your perspective, because it's not what you say, right? It's how you say it.
Oh yeah, delivery.
Ooh.
Delivery is everything. I'm the queen of not giving a fuck about delivery. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm just being completely real. I do, depending on what's happening. Okay, but when it's like us, I hear you and stuff. No, I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm just saying like in general, just if there's kids involved, of course, there's a whole different level of I'm listening first. But for me, I can honestly say that I can kind of get a little impatient with other people that get lost in their own translation. Like I'm very impatient with that. Like you do that, I done already checked out. I'm like, okay, what? And I come off like, what? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, damn, what if this person is trying to translate their soul to me? And the thing is, it's not that I don't agree. Maybe I'm just not comprehending it the way you want it received, but that doesn't mean we have to agree on it for it to land. Like it can still land, we can still move on, but I don't have to agree with what you're saying. I think people think that when you disagree, there's conflict. That's not true. I am allowed my own opinion. You are allowed your own opinion.
Yes.
You feel me?
And that provides opportunity for personal growth and social change. How are we going to
Correct.
get anywhere without conflict? Conflict is necessary sometimes.
It
Sometimes
is. And
it needs to fall
respectfully
apart.
leaving space for that to happen is necessary. So then you can actually possibly come up with how to propose a solution outside of the way both y'all are thinking. Let's create something we can agree on and move forward. Because sometimes we get caught in the translation of, but you're not hearing me out. Oh, no, but you're not hearing me out. No, the problem is the comprehension and the space isn't there for us to recognize, accept, and then create something and then move forward. That's like a whole process that doesn't happen often.
Emotional intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's building capacity in the area of emotional intelligence for ourselves. And emotions sometimes get in the way of that too.
Especially when it's business, because I feel like a lot of people think that they have it under control to separate the two, emotions from business. But if somebody at work pisses you off at work, you're emotionally involved in your business, right? If you're an entrepreneur, you have a bad experience, your emotions are involved. If you tell somebody what you're worth and they come to you with another dollar amount and they just depreciated the value of what you feel your equity is, you're hot. You're like, oh no, you got me fucked up. That's what's not about to happen. But at the same time, this person just might be on a budget. You feel me? Like this person might not even be trying to come for you like that, right? But I really feel like communication and just leaving that space open to try to hear the other person out so you can create a solution even if there is a disagreement. A type of emotional intelligence and patience is required for that to happen.
Patience is virtue.
Ooh, man. You ain't lying about that. Man, boy, but girl, you guys took us to stool on that one, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. Boy. Man, I thought you was over here looking inside my notes on step 4 over here. I think before I go to step 4, I think Mr. Hall is back. Let me hear what your voice sound like, Mr. Hall. But I'll tell you, the devil be trying to attack us right now because today is a powerful.
I'm interested in how he deals with this he's heavily in a business perspective. And I've heard of some conflicts a little bit in his roles in Shreveport through conversation from
in Shreveport.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Can you guys hear me yet? Can you hear me?
hear him. Can y'all hear me? Uh-oh. Well. I can't hear you, Dwayne. You're on mute.
Wi-Fi, man, the devil is really messing with it.
I heard him.
Like, man, at the end of the day, I definitely did hear him. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, I'm about to call him like that part. I'm about to call him right quick. I know he has a lot to say. So I thank God that we got these little videos in play. So right now, so we're gonna take a break from talking, and we're gonna come back to step 4. Like right quick, man, give it up for Gorilla, man. Gorilla is out there putting the paint where it ain't, along with Boston Richie and my girl Queen Key. I interviewed her when I was homeless back in the day, back in 2015, 16, and I think she ended up having 3 babies. And her and the daddy not together no more, so she had triplets. And when I tell you, the man is her rap career, they been doing it, they been doing the damn thing. Man, I'm so proud of them. So we had to put the tour and shed light on the tour of the little video that they put together. So one time for Queen Key, and we got a word from Tyler Perry after that. So where we at right here, we got Queen Key coming up right now. Queen Keys and Gorilla. This it. It's gonna be real funny. Oh, I just seen it. Oh, there we go.
You need the help, huh? But I love this for you and me. Natural, no BBL, but I'm still gon' give him hell. He ain't gotta flip no coin, still gon' give him heads and tails. In love with his magic wand. Give me
What's up, bitch? Why is you late? I had to fill up my motherfucking water. You had to fill up your motherfucking. Girl, fuck you. Let's get started with my workout. But you look good to been having 3 kids though. Period. Mama, but we gonna get it all the way in shape and shit. Yeah. Cause you know we gotta be thick as fuck. Why the fuck is you late as hell like this? Where your workout clothes at?
I ain't know y'all finna work out for real though.
So you thought we just been be in the gym and not do nothing else? Work out for fake.
Shit, that's what they told me. I thought we been doing.
Ain't nobody told you shit like that. Take your jacket off. Get them on. We gonna be thick. You gonna be in the goddamn abs, right?
Alright.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
I see it for you. We gotta be glorious for the glorious tour.
Alright, come on. What are we doing?
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
It's go to motherfucker P. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Bitch, I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? Big G-L-O in that G-L-E. 50,000 new Chanel shopping spree, and every time I pop out, you know I A-T-E.
Don't expect others to give you what you give them, right? Like one of the biggest things that I'm now very comfortable with understanding is my heart is different, and the energy attached to making others feel good or to put others in a position to do good is a high level energy. And just because you have that, it doesn't mean that other people should. Everybody operates differently, right? And everybody shows their love or shows their value or shows their, I guess you can say, commitment differently.
Yeah.
So I took the pressure off of others when I stopped expecting you to do what I do or to work the same way that I work.
Yeah. Check.
Good check.
Mic check. Man, that right there. So what y'all think about that right there, people? When it comes to what Kevin Hart just said, Tiffany?
I agree wholeheartedly with what he's saying. I can't, but the thing about it is what he's saying, it's easier said than done. That's the cold part.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people can comprehend and be like, I feel that. But when it's time for them to do it, like, where the fuck is it, right? So it's not it's easier said than done.
Not yet. Put the headphones in.
Yeah, and people like to say when it comes to conflict resolution, it is easy said than done. So sometimes when you're dealing with conflict resolution, people, like it's like that. At the end of the day, it's like this. Like it's gonna be a work in progress. Nothing's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing's gonna be easy. And, so at the end of the day, people, remember it's always gonna be a work in progress. So like you say, that's just what it is right there. You know. Mr. Overhaul.
We just gotta like keep checking ourselves and finding opportunities for growth and learning from our mistakes in life because we're living life, we're taking chances, we're taking risks.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Something is controlling my mic from that side. Can you hear me now?
Yep. We can hear you.
We can hear you. Yes.
And I did get my microphone and stuff situated. The reason my feedback was coming in the way it came in like that because it was the audio from my webcam and not my $100 microphone over here. so that was when we step on hitting feedback, so it was me. So I just wanted y'all to know that. So I apologize for that one.
Okay.
So like that was my thing. All right, Mr. Hall, how we coming? It's like he
Something is cutting my mic off every time I saw. Can you hear me right now?
No, we can hear you good. His mic is. I don't know why his mic. I don't know. I'm not doing it because I can't control his mic. It's a unmute. You got to unmute your mic. People, we do apologize for the technical difficulty. Like say, bear with us, Mr. Hall. We gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take in with the comment, man. Ooh, I see you. We thank everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you. Mr. Hall, we're gonna let him say something though. We're not gonna do him like that because he's over things okay. He's old school. So we got to work with it. That's one thing too about this new technology, boy. Us old school people, boy, we got to learn this stuff all over again. Like me, I'm in my 40s, so you know what I'm saying. Like, thank God that I've been doing it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so fast and so much. I'm scared to update my phone because they said you might lose apps. So we do have to be patient and know that that's a part of communication. There's also technology is a facet of communication, emails, texts, etc. So we have to demonstrate some patience and understanding when it comes to
technology is a trip. Ashley, I second that because I've been on the phone. You know how you on the phone. You talk. Speak for myself. You dating somebody, you talking to somebody, and you get to know somebody that stage where it's like the first time you might hang up on each other, the first time, all that. So it's a heated conversation. It's a lot going on, and then technology happens.
Yes.
And then this person then already jumped off the cliff, assuming that you got an attitude, you're not saying nothing, and you like, hold.
You sending them the voicemail when you're not.
Right.
There's etiquette, right? There's technology etiquette too.
Right. So yeah, what's crazy is we really depend on technology when we try to communicate. Clearly now we're trying to communicate and we're having an interference. But I'm
another limb.
Huh?
It's like another limb.
Correct.
Like an arm or a leg, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Lose your phone, but we can't blame them because lose your phone for 5 minutes. OMG.
Right.
Or let it drop in water.
Listen.
It's in the rice, the blow dryer, outside.
Oh my!
So parents, be patient with those kids and their phones too. It's a part of their life too.
I'm trying to tell you, and like we said, lady, focus on the reflecting on what you said, then move to the next part. Sometimes you gotta be like, ooh.
Dwayne, could you hear me?
I can hear you good now. Amen. I can hear you great.
Can you hear me, Dwayne?
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfect. I hear you, Mr. Hall.
Can you
Go ahead. Yes, sir. That sounds look good. You taking them ice today? I'm actually gonna text you in the chat.
It mutes my mic.
Oh.
When I'm talking right now, can you hear me? If you can, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. Dwayne is muting your mic probably. I think he wants to chime in, Dwayne.
Looks like Dwayne is muted now.
Ashley.
Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted.
No, you're good. Ashley, go ahead.
Well,
I'll have you bring them in.
Step 4. Hit your step 4, and then we'll have Orville knock at that one.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh.
I mean, we said my key word today, which is patience, and everybody says I have too much patience, but I don't think I mean, I have to balance it with my boundaries. So yeah.
I know, right? Tell me about that. Like,
I do. Go into detail, huh? Yes, I do.
Well, Ashley, I got something I want you to do for me while I get it. Go ahead and go into my second point.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you. Where is it right now? As I'm getting it right now, I'm putting it up so we can go ahead and resolve the issue with Mr. Orville. What's that, boy? The devil didn't want us to have a election on him today, boy. We never had this.
He's still gonna come in. If not, he can. You know how we had one person come in through speakerphone. We called them. So if we have to do that, we could do that too. Because
that might be the move.
Yeah.
Like you say,
I'm sure you can add the audio and all that good stuff. You know.
Yeah. Well, I just sent you Mr. Hall number. Well, I'll go ahead and go into point number 4, step 4.
Okay.
Right now, so you see the number?
You want me to have him join in through speaker?
Well, I guess like they're having so the tonight video was kind of good. The relaying of the video, I think what we can do is basically kind of walk them through, so we know we got the instructions and stuff like that on what's going on.
I'm familiar with that production side now.
Look, I know. My bad. I'm about to put you on something that.
We'll work on that with me. Okay, we know that that's a need. So then we'll
Yeah, we do. Like you say, but I did take you. Call him right quick to see what he's gonna say though. I'm gonna put you on mute right quick. But while I actually do that, people, I'm gonna go ahead and go on with step 4. And basically, like we were saying, and see, people, and then that goes to show you. In a way, I don't like what's happening right now, but in a way, I'm kind of glad something like this happened right now because it shows you that conflict can come in from different ways. You know, it's no right or wrong conflict, people. Like you don't never know. You gotta be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to conflict, you definitely got to be ready for it. Like, so you got to be able to know how to take things to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's all said and done, it's like I say, like we're doing now. Instead of getting mad at somebody, like it's somebody's fault, we got to be able to find common ground. And what that look like is not every conflict has a perfect solution, but understand compromise is key. You know what I'm saying? And you got to ask yourself, like, what's one thing we both can agree on? Like I said, for instance, my ex-wife. I'm trying to get her to understand where I'm coming from on a lot of different issues because my ex-wife is from LA. So it's a lot of stuff that she kind of been like you said earlier, Tiffany. She kind of went through some of them things, and it's kind of set in her ways with certain things. So sometimes she get picked off easy, but sometimes you should get mad at me because they're like, damn, nigga, why you ain't getting mad? You don't get mad. Some women had a problem with me because I never got mad. I mean, because I was always taught you respect women, and to this day I still respect women. So, like I say, so you want to be able to find one thing that you can agree on in any situation. Like say, and then on top of that, if emotions are high, sometimes before you get to putting your hands on a woman, I hear a lot of dudes in California say, "Oh man, that bitch need to shut the fuck up" or something like that. No, she don't. Don't no woman ever be quiet. Don't ever give away your power. Don't ever shut up. That what that dude need to do is he need to check his emotion and take a break and return to the conversation later. So if something don't refrain from you, but not that your girlfriend, your boyfriend, in a business situation, even your kids in school, you know, like if something your emotions are high, take a break. Like I just said, from anything, and return to the conversation later. And sometimes you might not be able to return to the conversation later, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you can. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like if you do not do that, it's gonna be like you're gonna be constantly in conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to get yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. Like because we don't we the goal is finding compromise. Like I always tell people sometimes, I'm not compromising my happiness for nobody, but I will compromise my happiness if we get to a common ground. But we can't get to a common ground. I'm gonna say, hey, what we're not gonna do, you're not gonna cuss at me. You're not gonna disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I get people sometimes like in California, and I hate to put California on a pedestal. Like with the situation with Kendrick Lamar. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I am an activist. I like the activist side of Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? So I understood. I didn't like his performance, but I liked the message that he was putting out. So that was our common ground. So I don't have to be a Kendrick Lamar fan. But some people argue me down like, oh, you don't like Kendrick, you don't like Kendrick. No. I don't have to listen to his music. I'm not now I will listen to certain songs he got, but it might be like you know what I'm saying, but I might not listen to the whole album because I'm from the South. I like to turn up. You know what I'm saying? But I love Kendrick message. So you have to sometimes you got to find yourself in the common ground with certain things. Everything might not go your way, and person might not do everything you want to do. Like Kevin Hart said, like earlier. Sometimes we got to basically what I got out of that is sometimes we got to stop expecting you and somebody else.
You know what? I second that, Dwayne. I second that. If I could chime in.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say. So, I'm standing on business.
Hey, no, wait. No, I don't want to say nothing. Mr. Hall is in the building. I don't want to say nothing. I want to hear from Mr. Hall.
Yes. But before we go there, I just want to say that the rap is, we have this thing where the East Coast don't want to play the West Coast. The West Coast don't want to play the East Coast. The South don't want to hear to the West. Don't nobody want to hear each other. It depends on what region. We are so, even radio play, we are so restricted by music and region. I mean, I don't know. How do you feel, Mr. Orville? Oh, he's on mute. We can't hear him.
No, he's not on mute.
I know, but we can't hear him. He has absolutely no sound, like no mic. Is his mic on his device?
Mr. Hall.
How can we find a common ground? I mean, whew. Can we all just get along?
Can we all just get along?
Can we all just get along? Can all the radio play just be? We need to. Can we all just get along? I like them. I like Drake and Kendrick. So I mean,
right.
And Boosie.
Listen.
I know, no, but look, Tiffany. I didn't say I didn't like Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I just don't like some of his music.
I respect.
I like some of it.
It's all
Let me get that straight.
It's all entertainment. It's all.
I'll be honest with you about how I feel about music is that it's art. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? You know what I'm saying? Like you're not every genre is not for you, but guess what? The genre might not be for you, but whatever that person's singing, that word might be for you. You never know. So it might not be the rhythm that you are familiar with, but if you listen to the lyrics, it might speak to you. So that's why I always keep an open mind in music. I keep it seamless.
I like
because
I feel like, you know what?
That's basically what I'm trying to say. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Hear you. I hear you.
And you know what, Tiffany? I'm glad you said it like that because, like now that you said it like that, I guess I can say like when it comes to entertainment, and it Ryan, Kendrick Lamar probably wouldn't be the type of person I listen to. But when it comes to me in my zone, get my creative thinking and my conscious mind, so they're gonna put me there. But coming for turning up, I'm not coming to Kendrick for turning up. Now he got what?
Baby, you can't deny when it's.
I'm an LA native, so Nipsey, Kendrick, I'm tapped in. But listen, I'm tapped into everybody. You know what I mean? Like if it
I'm tapped in.
I'm tapped in. I don't really have. I mean, you have your preferences. You know what I'm saying? But you'd be surprised though. It might not be your rhythm, but the lyrics might hit different.
They do.
Hit different.
And
Mr.
that's
Hall,
why.
hold on, wait. Where's Mr. Hall?
Right.
Mr. Hall.
This is his avenue right here.
I mean, right. That's why I'm like, listen, when I found out he was about to be on, I was like, listen, I'm about to be a whole fly on the wall because I know he's going to drop some nuggets. I know he's going to drop some gems. Absolutely. Respect. He might have a word, bro, because the way this is going up, he might have a word. Like, for real. I'm eager to hear him tap in. We weren't able to call him?
Yeah, I think we should put him on speaker. What are you thinking, D-Wayne? Okay, we the only ones here now, huh? I guess they're probably getting it together.
Me. What I did, like actually, I just trying to refresh it to see what was going on.
But
with
now
the camera and
you
stuff
have
like.
visual.
Oh, we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that.
But maybe we could get him on speakerphone. We've done that before. We did that with I can't think of what his name was. I just could think of his attire. Yeah. Maybe we can get him on speakerphone. Because this is his avenue right here.
Yeah.
Round.
Let's see what we're gonna do. How can we do this? Oh, you know what? We probably can do something like that. So what I'm gonna do is. Wait, hold on. I got something on my computer.
Of course.
Right now. Let's see.
I'll go ahead and go into the next one, and we'll make sure we hit him with the common ground.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him with that one.
So step 5, create a plan for moving forward. Conflict resolution isn't just about the moment. It's about preventing future issues. That's kind of when you live and you learn. You don't try to do the same things twice, right? So you ask yourself, what needs to change so that this doesn't happen again? So this pattern doesn't occur again. I know one thing that needs to change is I'll build my capacity in the production side to help with the sound a little bit more. But how do we build our capacity when it comes to conflict? How do we prevent it, even though some is so unpreventable?
I think we could prevent it by listening without the intent to respond first. Because that's the hardest urge to fight. And I speak from experience, Like, well, here's some shit, and we can't wait to chime in. We can't wait to say something. Like, I think just kind of letting it breathe,
Yeah.
letting it breathe. Because sometimes when you take that pause, you can get more out of it than, trying to hurry up and say something first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so. And when I heard D talking about, his ex-significant other and things like that, I feel like with parenting, it's challenging. I was married for 20 years.
Oh.
And I had no intention on leaving my ex ever. Like, I signed up for what I signed up for. We have 3 children. 20 years is half my life. So I was like, this is my end all be all. But what happens when life happens and that your person unclicks that box that says it's you? What do? Oh, yeah. Now we're going to talk about emotional intelligence. Because now we're going to talk about, I have 3 children with this man I spent half my life with. And I can't help that he wants to see what else is out there. I can't help it. He was transparent about it too. It was cold. It hurt. But a lot of people say, just tell me the truth. But do you know what the fuck to do with it when it happens? So do I come for his pockets when it's time to get a divorce? Do I ask him for alimony? Do I take this nigga to the bank because I'm bitter and I'm hurt that he unclicked that box? Or do I realize that we have 3 beautiful beings that we have to set an example for and not allow my resentment and my heartbreak to trump the true healthy upbringing of our children? Do I use my emotional intelligence to say, this hurts, give me time to heal, give me a few days to heal, I don't even know what the fuck is next, I've been codependent on you half my life, let me figure out my new normal, and then let's reconnect in 30 days and we'll figure it out. Let's fill out these divorce papers together, because I don't hate you, I'm pissed, I'm hurt, but you told me the truth. So now I got to use my emotional intelligence. Am I bitter? Do I take this nigga to the bank because I think I'm entitled to changing his mind? No. What I do is I work with him. Fuck the alimony. Take care of your children. I got it. I got it until whatever that looks like, right? Do I always have it? Yes, because I opted for that. However, the emotional intelligence kicks in when you really just want to kick a nigga's teeth in because you're hurt, but you don't. Because you have to set an example by what unconditional love means and how to detach, in a healthy manner. Yes, this hurts, but do I get to just run you down? You're still the father of my children. I still want them to respect you. So if I disrespect you, so will they. So if I don't lead by my emotional intelligence to respect you and accept your truth and then move forward with you as coexisting as a partner, just because we're not together doesn't mean we don't have to work together. We still got to work together because we still got 3 kids. So I got to still see you and communicate with you. So through the heartbreak, as much as I want to be bitter and pissed off, I get to use my emotional intelligence, and I get to use my wisdom, and I get to put my children's mental health first, and I get to accept things even though it's not the outcome I want. Accept them for what they are and focus on the solutions at hand so we can continue to raise 3 beautiful, emotionally intelligent children that understand how to lead by a healthy example and not a toxic example.
Now, do you think that thinking and ideology is based on gender, class, race, ethnicity?
I think those things can play a part. However, with all of those things, I think there's something that we have the divine privilege of doing, and that's making a choice. We choose heartbreak and bitterness. We choose forgiveness and acceptance. So it's really on the race, gender, and all of those things you stated. It's really based on them choosing. What do you choose? I choose to focus on the solutions of raising healthy children, even if we're not together. Whatever that looks like. We don't have to have it figured out, but we need to figure out how to figure it out. And if I am bitter, I can't figure it out with you. If I'm combative and creating conflict, I can't do that with you. However, I do have to say, you said something earlier, Ashley, strong about boundaries. And I was like, you speak in my language, because also you have to teach people how to treat you. If you're too lenient, just because you accept for what happened, you still have to be solid and set your boundaries so a person doesn't just doormat you through the situation of acceptance. You still have to make sure that this person is honoring your boundaries and respecting you in the process of the great leadership of example you're trying to set for your children and for the family as a whole. And the goal is to do what's best for you and the group, not just you. And that's where people get it twisted a lot of the time. So I feel like when you have emotional intelligence, you understand how to do what's best for you and the group when other parties are involved.
Ooh, you know, that's like some accountability. Like that, like it basically like, you know what I'm saying, like it's understanding like who responsible for what. You both are. We both got kids. Ain't there one person responsible? You both are. And also, and it's like, how will progress be tracked? You say how you was on track to progress. You got to be together, but we're still gonna raise the kids. Then you did something by committing to some steps on what you can do. So right there, that you what you just basically did, you turn conflict into growth, and you was able to collaborate.
That is a struggle at times. I'll be honest. It's a struggle at times. Because sometimes, remember earlier when we heard Kevin Hart expecting somebody to do what you would do?
Yeah.
That's when this comes into play, because this was your partner and you're just like, how come you're not showing up how you used to? Well, guess what? They're not who they used to. So there's that. And you have to like adapt to that. And it can make you feel like you're alone in what it is that you accepted. However, what it is you could be transparent and tell this person, hey, I have a lot on my plate and you're not pulling your weight. So what's up? And if that person is not equipped to do anything about it, you still have to be emotionally intelligent and accept, even if what they're bringing to the table is not what you imagine or romanticized it to be, you still have to hyper focus on solutions. You're going to feel bitter. You're going to feel not like being the bigger person. You're going to feel like wanting to regress and just be like, you got me fucked up. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you feel like most of the weight is on you, or if you feel like it's 80-20, 70-30, whatever the case may be, 60-40, if that's you, if you're the bigger number, then maybe you're the one that has the know-how. And maybe you got to change your perspective to say, I get to do this and I get to figure this out because clearly I'm the one with the bandwidth to do it. I was chosen to do it, or else it wouldn't be this way. Right?
Ooh.
So there's that.
And know what, people, what you just said, and as we continue to move on, you got to, like, people, and like me and my ex-wife, one thing we can do, I've been in my child life forever. I haven't missed a birthday. I haven't missed nothing. He instructed to me that he wants a bike. He instructed to me that he wants these type of shoes, that he wants this. And guess what? Now she don't know how I'm gonna get that. She don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what she's doing. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I got to do and bring it to him. Now what I did is what I did. You know, now like I'm not gonna judge a person on what they did. I just gonna be thankful. And I think sometimes you got some people expect you to go buy a pair of $500 Jordan. Like somebody might be like, oh, and this is not that for parenting. This is anything, anybody. So, and like somebody like, oh well, or like a woman like a man. If a woman like a certain man, and she might want the stilettos, like $1,500, and she be like, oh well, I'm not gonna pay this, but since this nigga right here, he like me, I'm gonna make him buy me these $1,500 stilettos. Okay. Now he might buy it, he might not buy it, but you know, it's the thing you gotta take. So like you can't expect somebody to do something that you're not gonna do. So me, it's like I tell my kid, I'm not paying no $500 for Jordan. That's period. I don't give a damn who weighing it. Like now what I will do is I will keep an open mind on and listen to my kids on what they like. So there might be certain stuff that they like. You know what I'm saying? And I might not get the $500 Jordan, but what I might get is the Air Force One that they wanted, and that's what they're gonna still be happy because I found the common ground. I'm not gonna be focused I'm not gonna keep focusing on something that I'm not gonna get. Like that way, you want to be like no, I'm not gonna do that. And so that's one thing like we saying is you got to be able to come to a situation where you agree. You got to be able to take action steps. And like we were talking about accountability, you still got to take accountability no matter what. So the kid ain't asked to be here. The man that you like, you don't even know the man. And you want him to buy you some so you gotta take accountability. If he say, well, baby, I'm gonna buy you these stilettos. I'm gonna get a little bit of that poontang pie tonight, huh? And then that person might feel like, oh well, he disrespected me. But that person might feel like, well, you disrespected me by thinking I'm gonna buy you some $1,500 heel. See me? I used to be a big trick back in the day. I mean, tricking ain't to me. It ain't tricking if you got it. If I got it, I'm gonna spend it. But I got it's up to me though. But I feel like if what the person won't, then I might detour the conversation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like people, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make it to where I'm gonna cause it to become a conflict resolution. Like I say, I'm not gonna be cussing at somebody or I'm gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get mad at somebody because they're not gonna do something. You know, I'm gonna keep it common. I'm always looking for a common ground. And I think that's why God brought me to California, because I meet a lot of people in California, a lot. I mean, sometimes I might talk to on a good day, I might talk to about at least 100 to 150 people a week. And I go anywhere from Riverside to Corona to Chino Hill. Like I be everywhere. And like you say, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I talk, and people tell me a lot of personal stuff. So like when I speak, I'm not just speaking off the wall. Or some people might be like, "Oh, he just say anything." No, I talk to a lot of different people, and a lot of people bring stuff up. I'll be like, "Wow, if they just bring this up like that?" It's like it'd be crazy. So like when it comes to common ground, when it comes to creating a plan, like you got to get you a plan so you can move forward. Like what they say, Ashley. We don't plan to fail. We fail to plan. You know what I'm saying? Like without a plan, you ain't going nowhere, buddy. You like if you with an ex, wife, a baby mama, baby daddy, boyfriend, girlfriend, if you at school, whatever. If you don't have a plan, you're not gonna progress.
All right, let me chime in, D. Look, what about when you have a plan and things don't go as planned?
You gotta adapt.
Right. That's where your emotional intelligence is tested. Because if you don't adapt accordingly, it's just going to create more conflict. And then there's no resolution because of the shift and the change of things that were unforeseen. Sometimes life happens and shifts things beyond the control of the two parties involved or whoever's involved.
And you got to embrace change and realize some things are beyond your control.
Correct. I feel like, honestly, Ashley, that's a hard thing for people to accept.
Yeah.
And adapt to that. It sounds cool, but it's like when it's time to apply it, you like, this is so uncomfortable. This is so unfair, or whatever the case may be.
What am I gonna do? You don't have no choice but to.
Right.
If you don't, you'll wither away.
That's true.
Ooh.
And while you withering away, they outside.
Listen.
So if they outside,
hey, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that we don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that brings us to, like as you said, that brings us away. That brings us to our number 2.2, collaboration, turning conflict into growth. So you don't want to get to the point where you wither away. So you gotta create a plan. This is something you gotta do. This ain't something that you want. This ain't something that you think about. You want to do. This is something that you gotta do. When you want to get to that next level, I don't give a damn. You gotta put your dip into the side and create a plan and keep moving forward. So like Steve Harvey once said, you can't get ahead in life if you keep always looking back in your rearview mirror. Yeah, that's what, like when you're looking back in the rearview mirror, keep looking back. You got that big ass glass in the front of your car. You can see what's in front of you. Sometimes we got to pay attention to what's in front of you. Sometimes we can't worry about if it's behind you, it's beneath you.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
goal is
saying?
to be present.
Don't
Yeah,
look
you
in the
got
rearview mirror.
you got to stay present. The past already happened.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. I know you might want that, or y'all know you think you might want to get your get back or whatever. But sometimes the get back ain't always worth it, baby. Like sometimes now if you can't think about turning things into collaboration and things like that, man. All I'm gonna say is, well, if you ain't think about that, I'm gonna put it like this, people. Like when it comes to collaboration and turning your conflict into growth, you got to be able to think about great teams, great friendship, great relationship. Aren't about avoiding conflict. They're about handling it well. How you handle it. Sometimes sometimes like say you might, and sometimes like, and it takes time. Like sometimes you might want to be stuck in your way, be like, oh fuck him, or fuck that bitch, or whatever. Like saying like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, but you want to handle it. How well you handle it is how you're gonna get through it. And how that goes is like you got to be able to know how to collaborate effectively. And basically what that means is you got to be the solution. You got to be solution oriented, like we call Ashton, the problem solver.
And don't
You know
forget
what
to
I'm
keep the bigger picture in mind and have a mind
Right.
shift. Conflict is not a roadblock; it's an opportunity for growth.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And also you got and you can't not focus on the problem. Like I just said earlier, you can't keep focusing on the problem. You're gonna be stuck. And also too, like Ashley said, and focus, keep that big picture in mind. You also got to respect different perspectives, and that's one thing I try to work on with my ex-wife. Now it ain't easy, but she knows it. I don't cuss her out or nothing. Like for Christmas time, I might not by us not being together, I might not got her what she wanted for Christmas, but I went to Starbucks. I know she likes to drink her tea and her coffee. I went and got her a nice little cup from Starbucks. I still give like little trinkets and stuff like that because I still appreciate her because I got kids. No, they ain't got to like me, but we still in each other's life forever. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people that part and like and it's like this, people.
If you make a
It's
baby with somebody, you guys are family.
family
Unless
forever.
some sort of like violence or something that just makes you don't, as long as if you're not safe. If you're not safe, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Cause safety first. But you're still family.
You know what I'm saying? And that's so true. You always gonna be family.
You always
So
be family.
don't ever disrespect your
But
baby mom,
be mindful
your
of
baby
who you make
daddy.
those babies with, young people, my young adults.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely want to be
Need to know
mindful.
their family because do you want your babies to grow up to be like them?
Right. No, real. That's the realest.
That's what I
Yes.
should say. That's how I should wrap that up.
You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that you said that because that is so real and so true. You know what I'm saying? Because like man, man. I'm speaking on that one. Like I say, at the end of the day,
My younger self.
people, you gotta look for a great team, like
Love
we
is
said,
cool. Lust is cool, but I'm telling
friendship,
you, there's more to it.
relationship,
That's right.
and you got to know how to handle the situation. And sometimes the situation ain't gonna always be in your circle. You got to understand different perspectives, like we said earlier. And I'm gonna keep saying it. You gotta have different perspectives. Like on here, nobody got mad at nobody on this podcast tonight. We all got different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people might not like what I said. Some people might not like what Tiffany said. Some people might not like what Ashley said. But you're gonna respect me. We're gonna respect each other. Perspective. Like, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, Ashley, man? What that mind shift? I think.
I said that already.
Oh, you did? I need to put it up there then. Huh? We need to put it up there. So, and as we get ready to come into our last one,
Yes.
like I say, we coming up to the end of our show. So after this one, after our last third point, we got the question and we got the closing thoughts. And I got to get Mr. Overhaul on the phone.
Yeah, we could get him on speaker, and then maybe he'll be able to join another the next one or so.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
meeting, so we could test out his mic.
most definitely. So you know, so like say, so that's my guy. You know, like saying like man, and we talked early today to make sure we won't have any issues and you know the devil. When I'm just gonna put it like this, people, Mr. Hall is a very busy man, a very powerful person. You know what I'm saying? So like say, you know, that the devil try to show up in rage and try to shake you back. And we can't allow him to shut us back. You know what I'm saying? So like you say, conflict, like Ashley said. He said this earlier, that's why I put on the stream so y'all can screenshot and like it, whatever. Conflict isn't a roadblock, it's an opportunity for growth. And the next thing is you got to understand when it comes to real life conflict resolution scenario, man, number one is it's gonna be disagreement in business and creative projects. You know what I mean? You're gonna have disagreements and stuff like that in there, whether you like it or not. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna be. Ashley, what's the next one?
Well, scenario 2 is family conflicts and generational differences. So that's what I was talking about. We got to think about how much of an effect generational curses and family conflict mindsets and mind states have on us in our future, right? So, as we continue to try to break the generational curses, we have to give ourselves grace and pats on the back for the progress that we make.
Oh,
because that one could get kind of deep, right? So just reflect on for yourself about like, how do your experiences, your childhood trauma, your adult trauma, how do those things affect you, and what are you passing on to the next generation? Give yourself because nobody's perfect and nothing is perfect, and there was no manual to life, right? So we just learn from our mistakes and learn from other mistakes too. We're all life learners, right?
Most definitely. And if you look at your notes, Ashley, I put some in there that you can, if you want to tell the people, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't forget to listen to understand, finding common ground, and setting healthy boundaries.
You like say that's a must.
Boundaries. Emphasis on healthy boundaries. That is so important because you have to teach people how to treat you.
Yeah, value yourself.
Right.
Ooh. Man, I like that. Say that again.
Value
Say that again.
And you have
value
to
to yourself
how to treat
people how to treat you.
Yeah.
And you know what? And before I go ahead and give y'all the last point, and we're gonna go to a break, I'm gonna call Mr. Hall, and we're gonna come back with our final thoughts and stuff like that. But
so
I want to go back.
Do that, I'm gonna have the people, or we could talk about like what's the
wait, hold up. I want to go back to number one right quick. That is not something I want to say. Because I know we got a lot of business people down here that's tuned in today and watching. Okay. When it comes to disagreement in business and creative project, I want to say this, people, because and especially for our black community because it's Black History Month. I definitely got to say something like this. Like, understand. I want you to understand. Like when it comes to a myth, when it comes to business and creative project, it's gonna be a misaligned vision. And what that basically means is it's gonna be different expectations for the project direction, whatever it is you're doing. Like say like we all got different projects. Like everybody on here right now, like Tiffany, she got a lot of projects that she's doing. You might not understand everything that Tiffany got going on, but 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 when it comes to stuff like that, you gotta be able to have a good communication breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, like when it comes in our community, sometimes we have a lack of transparency. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to disagreement, business, and creative projects. And another thing, we struggle a lot with egos and ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people be feeling undervalued and unheard. And I want to make sure everybody puts the check right there. So we want everybody to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is Black History Month. In order for us to beat the big giant that's ahead of us, no, we gotta get we gotta get out our ego. We gotta stop feeling undervalued and find your value. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And what I'm gonna tell y'all when it comes to disagreement, business, and creative project, and how I resolve it is I clarify my goals. I ensure everyone agrees on the project, purpose, and direction. And also, I improve my communication skill. Like me, the one way I improve my communication skill, I went to Toastmasters International. I was the only black person in there. And but they loved it. I had to learn how to speak. That's why I like to talk. You know what I'm saying? And people, and I know one thing in LA, a lot of times people don't want to talk. If people ain't speaking how they speaking, and sometimes people ain't gonna like we they said. Even though we gotta teach people how to treat you, but you still gotta allow people to speak, and they might not be aligned to what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to, you got to improve your communication skill, because at the end of the day, you got to have an open dialogue to be able to address concerns. And the last thing I would do is compromise, and I like to collaborate with people. That's why on the podcast I wanted to be able to go get people that's like-minded like me. That's why we're able to bring people in like Tiffany, Mr. Hall, people like Day One, SKG, to come on the podcast. We get together, we collaborate. Whether y'all know it or not right now, people, what we're doing right now, we collaborating. We all finding common ground that benefit the bigger picture, like Ashley said. You know what I'm saying? Like, and before I go ahead and go to this break, I'm gonna let you talk while I go ahead and try to get Mr. Hall on the phone. Tiffany, I want to ask you, and ask you too, how have you handled created a business disagreement in the past, and what can you tell the people that's watching today?
Oh boy.
Right.
Oh boy. Business disagreements are natural, first of all. We have to recognize them to be natural. They're going to happen. If the vision and the partnership and the respect and integrity of the goal and vision is there, then you will naturally, whoever's involved, create a solution-based resolution. Otherwise, if your ego is involved, both y'all will not be able to do nothing, or whoever's involved, nothing will land, because the intention is not on the same vibration. In order for it to manifest and become what it needs to be, everybody's intention needs to actually resonate and be on one accord. It'll fall apart if it doesn't. And if it does fall apart, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That might just mean it's not time, because you have what you're ready for. If it can't manifest itself, it's not ready. Don't force it. Resistance, some people are like, oh, I'm getting resistance, let me just find a million other ways. That's great. That's great tenacity. That's great ambition. That's great determination. However, what happens when you just recognize it doesn't mean no, it just means not now. Maybe you're being redirected to redirect your focus on something else or a different solution at hand. So I say all that to say that when there's a conflict, the best way to move forward is to see if there's any solutions you can agree on, and if not, realize that it's okay to set it down and create something else.
Well said.
Or step away and just say this isn't the time.
Yeah. Right. Well said. That sums up everything I was going to say, because I definitely was going to say, identify what your mission and your vision is and see if you guys have a commonality, because sometimes you might not have anything in common at that time, but if you do, then presume positive intentions and try to move forward through if the mission and vision is the same, move forward through being creative, innovative, mutual respect, outlining what we're here for, reminding ourselves, and setting some ground rules of how we can proceed.
The big word you said, Ashley, was respect, because you can set rules, but then what happens when they're not respected? Then you can't create a solution that benefits you and the group. So respect is definitely huge, with collaboration for sure.
Transparency is huge. Honesty, even if it's brutal.
Accountability is huge.
Accountability. Yeah, in business situations, yeah, those are definitely key elements needed to help move the business forward.
You know what, Ashley? Here's a big one. Listen, hear me out. Consideration. That's huge.
Empathy.
Oh, that's big.
Empathy.
Right.
Officers.
Hi. We're getting there.
Okay.
Okay, hi.
Hey.
I'm muting the mic. I leave the mic. So just leave the
Okay. So yeah, consideration. You said empathy, I think is huge. I think that's a big one, because a lot of us don't realize when we're not being empathetic. We just feel like we don't agree, but it's like, it's okay to disagree, but still be empathetic and invite whoever that is on the other side, or whatever that is on the side, to be heard, to be seen. You don't have to agree. You don't have to like it, but the empathy is the acceptance of what's happening. You know what I mean? And then just allowing it to play out, instead of, because I used to block, like, listen, if it didn't resonate, I'll be like, nah. But then that makes the other person feel like they're not enough, or they're inadequate in what they bring to the table. What if I allowed it to land?
And there's no I in team, right?
Correct.
So if you're working with a team and everybody's identified their strengths, and we know what each person can bring to the table, then we need to value that.
Right. 100%. Value and consider that for sure. And with that, naturally, if you value it, then you empathize with it.
And if your intentions are where it's supposed to be.
100%. Yep.
I guess the ladies took over this one.
Listen. We out here.
Last time it was one of me and three guys. I was like, oh, I'm gonna let them go ahead and say all this stuff they say. Until
Look. I'm gonna empathize right now and just, it's cool. It could play out. Let them have the floor. Because you know what I feel like too with this podcast arena, when I started it years ago with my show, I realized that this is an arena. And when people come here with whatever it is that they bring to the table, they're hoping to be able to drop the nuggets that they bring to the table. And I think in the podcast arena, it is a job and duty to make sure that who's involved is able to set their nuggets down. It doesn't have to be received by those involved, but there's listeners, there's people on the outside that might also resonate. So just creating the arena for people to drop their gems.
Yeah, Their
Yeah.
truth is their truth, and there's like-minded people out there, and they attract their tribe,
100%.
right?
100%.
We attract our
Yeah.
tribe. So
Yeah.
your truth is your truth. I respect that's how you feel. I respect that's what you believe. It's probably a million people out there who feel the same way, and there's a million people who disagree.
Right.
But that's the conflict that helps personal growth and helps society move forward, right?
Right.
Because no communication, we're just at a standstill. Everybody mad at each other, nothing to say to each other. Nobody wants to interact, which is not how it's meant to be.
And then there's also no solution.
There's no solution. No solution comes out of that. None.
No. Nope. Your clap was it. Nope. The clap under the face. She bottled it up, y'all. She bottled it up. She said, nope. No, for real.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So where are they at and what do they got going on? All right. I say we should just
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Reintroduction.
Yeah, how you doing today? All right, so now I got Mr. Orville back on the phone. You know what I'm saying? God is good, and like you say, we're gonna go ahead and let him get some input in. But before we do that, we can raise our vocals, real quick. But before we bring him in and let him give his input, I'm gonna do like this last one, like we say. We was talking about
Hear me out before you do bring him in. You can put him on the stage, but still have his audio coming from the phone. I had to do this during the pandemic a lot.
Yeah, I got it up. I got the phone on him. I got him on the phone right now.
All right. Yes. I had
Most
to adapt
definitely.
to the pandemic. On
Most
my
definitely.
Zoom meetings.
And and before we bring him in, I like what you and Ashley were saying. That was a great dynamic view on what y'all interpret. And another time before we get ready to bring Mr. Horner in, and like the last one is scenario 3. And you can't forget that one because this is the one that a lot of people do. And I like the fact how you and Ashley was able to collaborate. And one thing with people right now with social media taking over right now, and this is a big one when it comes to emotional intelligence, because social media is not going nowhere. It's gonna get more dangerous and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be more critical. And what I mean by that is like we got to be able to understand online argument and social media drama.
Oh my
And
God.
so because it's not a bad thing and it's not necessarily a good thing,
You
but it's
talking about
more
the
like a
comments?
business thing. And sometimes you just gotta know how to mind your own business and stuff like that, you know. But but the main thing is when it comes to that is how you handle these situations with wisdom and social media is more of a maturity level. And right here, the points I put together for myself, I'm gonna go over with y'all real quick and I'll make it brief. That's because we gotta have this because social media ain't going nowhere, people. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
You know, it's definitely not going anywhere. So, and one thing you got to understand when it comes to social media, you got to understand that we have what we call common triggers. We got misinterpretation of a tone, which lacks the emotion, leading to unnecessary conflict. We got ego and validation. Man, boy, that's one thing I do not like. Sometimes everybody wants to be validated. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand the need to be right overshadows healthy discussion. Like it's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, you got to understand public spectacular, where people engage for clout instead of resolution. And now how I handle these things is sometimes I have to ask myself. Sometimes you got to pause before responding. Is your energy worth it? And another one is you got to take yourself offline. Stop the conversation. Hmm? No, like you got to stop the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them need to be handled in private. Stop the conversation. Don't just engage in like how y'all see people like Rack My Honey or somebody like that on Clubhouse. They bum, 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 bum. We giving the government and everybody else what they want. They want to see that conflict. But like if you know you're in a good business, don't give it. Stop the conversation. And another thing is, don't feed the troll. And all that means is engaging with negativity only feeds the fire. You know what I'm saying? And another one is what I do is you got to be able to lead with emotion intelligence. Basically, respond with clarity, not emotion. So a lot of times, and I think, and when it comes to our community in this Black History Month, like we wasn't taught properly on how to deal with emotion intelligence. And basically, all they basically not know how to use your emotion. That's why we act out the way we do. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, like, everybody's in the room right now. Have y'all ever been in social media drama? How you handle it? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hall, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you in. So, hold up. Go ahead. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up, Mr. Hall. I don't think they can hear you. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Hold on. I'm about to get this. I'm gonna bring it up. Almost. Hold up. Hold on, Mr. Hall. Alrighty. Mic check. Mic check. Hold on. I got you. Mic check. Hold on. Hold.
Hello? 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 Let me move away from my computer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can the ladies hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Por favor, deje su mensaje para 347-373-74744.
So what he has to do is when he calls in, he has to mute himself.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para 4, 7, 3.
Talk from your phone. He has to keep himself on mute. And then let him be on speaker from your phone.
Por favor, deje su mensaje. Por favor, deje su mensaje para 3, 4, 7,
Mr.
3,
Hall,
3,
I'm calling your phone
7,
back.
4, 7, 4, 4.
I'm calling him right now. I'll take care of this part. I think I got this. Okay. Okay, so
No
go
se ha
ahead.
grabado nada. Grabe su mensaje después de la señal.
Wait, let me mute that. Okay, we'll have you talk like this from my speaker, and then we'll keep your visual the way it is. So, I guess one of the questions that we wanted to ask you, because we've been talking about you and missing you, is that you can stay in front of your computer. You can stay in front of your computer because I muted your computer. So they'll have a visual from your computer, and we'll do the audio from your phone. Okay, so and then if you want to put your phone on speaker, you can put your phone on speaker and set it down. I had to do this a million times during the pandemic with all my Zoom meetings. So what I was gonna say is some of the things that we had questions or chimed in or your name came up is when we're talking about, like, when it comes to emotional intelligence, how to set a common ground in business, right? So in business, how do we what are some strategies you use to set a common ground to help make the business move forward?
Well, okay. And first, let me say this. I appreciate you guys holding on. You know, the devil gets busy sometimes. We know that. And I'm glad I'm on the line with Tiffany tonight, because Tiffany, thank you for holding me down. And I caught a lot of it. The idea is, for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's how do you go the distance, right? It's Bible that every day we leave our house, somehow confusion will find us. And for me, God wants us to go, and there's another guy that wants us to stop. So I've learned how to put everything you guys describe words into one person's hand. If it's positive, I'm standing in the right place. I'm near God who wants me to go. If it's negative, then I use that as an indicator to let me know that I'm standing in the wrong place. And let me describe that. I describe it as GPS, God's purpose signal, right? So everything comes from God, and even technologies of navigation, right? So when you're looking at airplanes and cruise ships, they use the blessing of navigations to go around storms. So once an airplane or a cruise ship hears any negative messages from the cruise ship or from their radar, they begin to maneuver to go around the storm. So what I try to do in my life is what I call use GPS, which I call God's purpose signal, which helps me to know when a storm is coming, because I think we all know it's easier to handle a storm outside of it than inside of the storm. So just like cruise ships and airplanes, I use God's tools, his words, negative and positive, in my life to understand what's coming and how to go around it in order to keep my peace, to keep going. Also, using God's words in business sometimes translates into, if it's quiet, sometimes you send people emails, or sometimes, you get the negative vibe from something. Let God work. Don't jump in and try to reach you and you start sending negative back at this situation, because then you are being led to then create a negative situation, which in business usually will not go forward. So what I begin to do in my business life is add God's tools and principles to help me move through to the distance. Sometimes, you know, we all got a destiny. We all got an assignment in God's purpose, which is to make this place on earth as it is in heaven. So in business, for me, that translates to serving. What I'm doing in Shreveport right now, God willing, will be my service. I've reached a place in business where I can use all the tools that I've garnered throughout my career to now get to a place where I can use it to serve, right? But it's easier said than done when we begin to do that. So again, I go back to using God's tools to know where I'm standing. I describe it like this. If I'm driving in a car and I'm using my GPS, and all of a sudden, well, let me start by saying when my GPS is on and I'm being led, it feels like I'm anxious to go. I'm moving forward. I'm happy about being out and moving. But when I run into a dead zone and my GPS goes off, all of a sudden I get all these negative feelings. I feel lost, anxiety. I'm scared. All of these feelings that make you want to stop, just like in business, right? Sometimes you wake up. Sometimes some meetings make you feel those same feelings. So I look at it with GPS like when you're not being led, those feelings will come around. So I use God's tools so when I'm in business or in life and these negative feelings start coming around, just like you just said, I go to prayer, meaning not on my knees prayer, but just thank you, Father. And I bring him in the room to me so I can calm myself down, whatever that negative thing was that was going to try to make me stop. Like when your GPS goes off in life, I sort of recognize it and I use God's tools to then go around the storm, meaning it's just the same guy coming at me in another disguise, trying to upset me, trying to confuse me, trying to make me stop. Right? So just like now, whenever I feel something negative, whenever I feel off, I take that pause, I go to prayer, and usually it gives me the frame and calm sense of mind to figure out whatever that is. And I call that peace, right? I create my peace, then I begin to figure out how to deal with this problem, which the Bible tells every time we leave our house, it's going to be waiting. So we know that's out there. How it's going to come at us, we don't know that. But for me, it's all the same thing, trying to make me stop. So negatives, you called it hate earlier. All that is another negative thing to make me try to concentrate on it and make me stop. So some things I don't receive. I don't receive hate. I receive it as they don't understand. So now I have to figure out how to make them understand. So if I dealt with the negative part of the hate, then it makes me stop, and I'm dealing with something it's not moving me forward, right? But at first I gather myself, understand what they need, right? To be able to feel better about whatever this thing is we're talking about. And I provide that. Usually that's using God's tool of patience, faith, belief that you're on the right path to keep me moving forward. My goal in business is to continuously move forward and not get trapped in anything that's going to make me stop. And I use God's peace for that. Right? So again, everything we talk about for me is of the world, and I recognize it and I deal with it every day in business and in my personal life. But I have now included God and his principles, and I've grown a spiritual maturity that helps me deal with emotional situations. Again, that's trying to make me stop instead of moving forward. So for me, it's just that battle. It's the battle of whatever comes at me, I understand what it's trying to do. I understand the piece I need to move forward, and I use that tool for everything in business and in my personal life. So again, just to touch on a lot of the things you talk about, but I look at anything negative as the same guy, and I use God as the positive to keep pulling me through. And again, I've been here 8 years working on this plan, 2 years working directly with Fifth to get this done. And if I didn't add God's patience, belief, faith, understanding, anything negative coming at me is just the same guy trying to get me to stop. It might come out somebody's mouth as hate. It might come out somebody's mouth as doubt. It might come out somebody's mouth as just calling me something crazy that make me want to go back to being Howard's crew, right? But how would that help me? So I use God's patience and all his words to help me find a peace that helps me to continue to move on. And if you can move forward, you can complete your vision, right? If you keep falling to things that make you stop and try to figure and argue about it, I call getting mad missing a deliverance. Something great was going to happen for you, and you got mad and you stood there and stayed there and fought that out, and your vision that you had is passing you by.
I call it blocking your blessings.
Ooh, woo.
Right?
I like that.
I say getting mad means you're going to miss a delivery.
Blocking your blessings.
It's not about nobody else but yourself. You're going to find people, you're going to find quadruplets, you're going to try triplets, but you're never going to find somebody with your own fingerprint, right? And that signifies that your journey is yours, right? That's your journey. You're going to have to answer for your journey. So what I try to do is bring people back again to the job. Actually, we're here for a job. We're here to serve. We're here to be a blessing to others, right? So what I try to do is remind people, don't keep your eye on the negative, because that's going to come every day. Keep your eye. When I feed my dog keeps his eye on me. He don't look at the food. He know I'm the one that got to give him the food. Yeah. Right? So if I stay focused on God and not the confusion, it helps me to keep moving through anything, the valley of death. That's what we're in. So I've learned to know that God puts you through where he's going to send you back to for service, right? We all got a job to do. You know, I have trained myself to go back, to get back in awe of God, because I wouldn't walk up to a Mona Lisa and say if they added green to it, it would be perfect, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't look at God's plan, because I know his hand is moving in so many directions to put this plan together. This plan I'm doing is God's plan. I'm just executing, but there's too many parts that I can't take credit for, right? I made a record in '86 that's now the most sampled hip hop record for hip hop, and it started Louisiana bounce music. So anytime you hear, all right, that's me. Drake used it, Chris Brown just used it, Beyonce just used it, and now I'm in Louisiana helping to turn a city around that took my record and kept it hot for 38 years. Right?
Nice for what? Nice for what?
You cannot say you did, right? I didn't plan that, but now I'm in Louisiana. The record has helped open doors for me to deliver a message God has given me and execute a plan that's going to be of service to people. So what I'm going to do is not let nobody's hate, nobody's confusion take my peace away to make me stop moving to get this plan done. And that is the game. Don't get caught up in the confusion. Don't get caught up in the negative. Don't get caught. They're trying to take your eyes off of your destiny, your role, your journey. So whenever you feel negative, I call it my GPS is off. My God's purpose signal is off. I must not be being led right now. So as soon as I feel anything negative, like in my car when I go in the dead zone, I turn it back on. I don't take a step without turning it back on because I know that other guy is out there trying to stop me, and I'm going to keep going. So again, I for my mental and emotional stability, so I can keep moving forward, I use God's tools, and that's what's gotten me this far.
Absolutely.
And you know what? And I like that, Mr. Hall. And I'm so glad, like you say, with the devil trying to get in our way and stuff like that. And I'm kind of glad that you was able to. I'm glad we all had we knew how to deal with conflict in the moment, because like you could have did it. It's almost like it's saving the best for last. So we waited, we went through, and I'm like, no. I said I invited him to be on the show. I said we're gonna make sure we get our input out here, because a lot of times people that give up.
Yeah. Let me correct that. You didn't see me take the best for last. Tiffany held the whole show down.
Well, that's true. No, that's true. But you know what? I take that back. Y'all both is the best. Y'all both is the best. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, for you come with a revelation. You brought a revelation. Would you agree, Tiffany?
I feel like, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I feel like is, let me just piggyback on what he just said real quick, y'all. When he was talking about how the enemy gets in the way of things and interferes with things. Now, I was raised in the church. I'm aware, I have an awareness of how the enemy operates. However, when it comes to certain things, I refuse to give the enemy my energy in acknowledging the enemy, because I feel like that's just opening a gateway to invite more mishap and more confusion and strife. So for me, I take it as a pivot for growth. And I take it as it's something that's learning me how to detour through the things that feel inconvenient to me so I can stretch. So I feel like saving the best for this portion of the show was huge, because Mr. Hall, I was holding it down. I was waiting for you because I knew you had a word. I knew you had a word. The way that it was, that way that the interference was happening, I knew he had a word, but there was a time and a place for it. I also feel like for some people on the podcast, it's like, that's the enemy. I looked at it like, it's not time yet. Now he's dropping nuggets. Now he's dropping missiles. Now he's dropping all the L's and knowledge. When I say L's, I'm not talking about losses either. I'm talking about, like, he's dropping solidified information that we need to apply when it comes to operating in business and recognizing what's what, so we can compartmentalize these things and move forward. I'm grateful for your word, Mr. Hall. I'm grateful for what you dropped in at the time you dropped in. And as far as the enemy doesn't get any of my energy, who gets my energy is everybody on this podcast that brought something to the table for the masses to bring home, as well as the core group. And I'm grateful for this opportunity, Mr. Hall. I would like to hear more about what you have to say in business. I don't know if this is going to be the time and place. The next time I find out you're going to have a time and place, I'm going to tap in, because in entertainment, business, and especially entertainment, there's a lot of entities that present themselves, and there's a lot of ways you got to navigate to be successful. And I'm eager to know how you're going about it in the present times, what you've been through, the knowledge you've gained from it, and how you've been able to build with those tools and opportunities to build something solid, not with sticks, but with bricks, concrete, because clearly you're solid. So I'm looking forward to what you have to say, whether time permits today or later. I'm tapping in, Mr. Hall.
And listen, I appreciate that. And again, it just really taps back into, again, the message, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning, if we would have all got flustered, right? Mm-hmm. Like the guy was trying to get us to do, then we wouldn't be. But I got goosebumps from this part of the conversation right now, right? Mm-hmm. So, but we didn't get flustered, right? Because
that's right.
We
stayed the course.
Ooh, yeah.
We stayed the course. And then there was still a space for you to dive back in and just go.
Yeah.
Like, we stayed the course.
And
So
I don't know how
actually-
the solution came to me, but it just came to me. Like, wait.
Yeah, I know, right? So
Before. You know, I never do the production stuff.
that part.
Look,
and look,
you do
actually,
now, though. Look,
and
hey.
we used to end. We used to been ended by now. But I felt something. I was like, Mr. Hall got to get in here. Actually text me, be like, it's time to end it. We got to end it. But you know, like it's something that, like Tiffany saying, it's something that had to get out. So because we speaking on something right now, and like saying, you know, like and we are at the end, and I appreciate some of the things Mr. Hall said, and before we get ready to come in with our ending right now, and and our ending is like actually had one, so we on our closing thought, but we got a question before our closing thought, like, and I asked y'all, like I got asked the question up there on the stream, but I'm gonna ask y'all, have you ever turned a conflict into a stronger relationship? And anybody can just tap in at any moment.
100%.
100% all the time.
And for me, yes. It came with the growth. I mean, and I had to check myself. I'm a dude from the block, Hollis crew. And growing up, we used to not drunk, but we drank to get drunk, right? We come out on the block and we buy a whole bottle of Hennessy, and that whole bottle gonna be gone before we leave the block. That's how I came up in my hood. My girlfriend, she's got her master's from college. What do they do in college? They drink until they pass. Same thing, 2 different places. So when we got together, we had to understand I'm not on the block no more, and she is not in college no more. And to satisfy the growth we were both having, we had to check ourselves, because every time we did what I used to do on the block and she did what she used to do in college, we would bump heads severely, right? So we recognize that it's not us, because when we're home, we're not drinking. It's when we do that and we remove that, right? Talked about it, prayed about it, and we removed that, and we haven't had a problem since, and never had a problem if we didn't do that. So sometimes to grow, you got to check yourself, because you're not where you was a week ago. And it that we are going in now. I just left Baton Rouge hanging with the governor. What if I entered that room not knowing how to control myself? Right? So God prepares you when he's going to move you into these places, and it's up to us to listen, adjust, and move forward. And as I said, everything is to move you forward. So the conflict me and her had helped both of us to address something that had to be addressed before we started going into some of these rooms that we're about to enter. So yes, definitely.
Most definitely. And you know what? And I like that. And before me actually give our closing thought, and this time I got to be played, and I was wondering why God gave me the vision for this song before we give our closing thought. And like and I know that we all said the word in this place, and so like I got to play this song. I got to take us down, and then after that we're gonna go with our closing thought, and be like, say, man, this has been an awesome 60 episode. I thank God for allowing us to touch each and one of our guests, our fans that's watching, our listeners that's watching. I mean, I thank God for giving me actually the strength to carry on, and like that, we got plenty more stuff, plenty more shows, and last week, you know what I'm saying, like say, but right here, this song right here explains everything.
I can feel the power of God moving. It's moving all over this place. The presence of God is all over this place. Yes, it's moving all over this place. The atmosphere is shifting.
rules are breaking. In this place. Right here in this place. I just want to help you find your way. There'll be no more suffering. No. There'll be no more suffering. I just want to help you find your way. You can get back up again. You can get back up again. I just want to help you find your way. Come on and go with me. Come on and go with me. Hey. Come on and go with me.
Man, in this place. And I had to do that.
We're going to end up tearing.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want that to be a resonation no matter where you at in life. Like me, it don't matter where you been, it's about where you going. Like if they we got a chance to get on here and break down conflict resolution. We got a chance to get over here and break it down to the T, from being a mom, but being a dad, but being a business person, from being in the industry. It don't matter, no matter where you at, it's about where you going. Like I say, even when I was homeless for 7 years in California, I still took care of my kid. I still on 10. I still went to events with $1 million people, where when you homeless and you ain't got nothing in your pocket, and you sitting here at an event with people that got millions of dollars in the room, and I'm looking at it like, well, dang, I can get these motherfuckers right now, and but I didn't. I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I had self control. So like I always tell people, we all, like Frank Douglas say before, when I tell people, without struggle there's no progress. And we all, everybody that's tuned in right now, we know we're getting late. We on late hour. We're not normally on here like this, but we had to go ahead and get this message out. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we thank y'all for tuning in today. We appreciate y'all, and we hope y'all too can go out there and face this conflict resolution and build collaboration, because today it's all about collaboration. We all got power in our own lane. We all can use people. Game Up Level Up is a platform where it's filled with a lot of business people. It's almost like, I tell people, it's like a good version of Illuminati. It's like a good version of God people coming together. So at the end of the day, it's better together. We better together than apart. And my dream for the Game Up Level Up is to come together as one. So when you're able to call on people, or people need this or people need that, we should be able to go in our list, a Game of Level Up, people that have been on our show. So right now we probably had probably about 100 to 150 people, right, Anthony?
Yeah, it's been a lot. We
Yeah,
got a party.
Like say, we got enough, and all these people are mostly like us, powerful people. Some of the people got Grammys. Some people are legends. Like right now, we sitting here in the presence.
Whatever their journey is.
You know what I'm saying? We sitting here in the presence of Mr. Hall. Like I say, he got, from what I was looking at, he got it's like it's two. He got like 2 plaques. And one of the famous songs that everybody liked, Nice for What? I remember that song when like they played it like Kendrick Lamar. Not like us. They played Nice for What a lot. We got Tiffany Turner, the granddaughter of a legend. Like Tina Turner say, rolling on the river. We play that song so much in Shreveport, Louisiana. You go to casino, man, they love that. They have live bands, live music. They love Tina Turner. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that they definitely love. Like I say, they definitely take that. Like I say, man, it's that God aligned us all together. Like sometimes we don't know sometimes the people we're gonna meet, but sometimes God bring people together so you can see. So sometimes there's some bad people out there. There's some people out there you can't speak to. There's some people that want what you got, and once they get what they got, they go on about their business. But I just pray that God teach us how to discern it. And one thing about my spirit that God has given me is He teaching me how to discern some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that everything ain't for everybody, and everybody that come with you can't go with you. You know, like saying like this game up, level up is it's not for anybody. You got to be invited to be on this show. And like that, we're gonna go to back. Like say like you, this is like our little club. Like saying but our club is greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like in the day,
And
like
only
when I
positivity, right?
positivity. See
Right.
now people now we only got positivity, but that don't mean we come on here and hear us do our stuff. We're allowed to get it out how we want to get it out because this is a safe space for us. Like we cuss, but we're not cussing in a bad way. We just letting it out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And sometimes you might not even have to cuss. That depends on how it come out. Like this is not a controversy podcast, so we like to get things out in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So so I appreciate y'all for being on here with us today. And as we go ahead and go into, go ahead, Ashley, take us into the closing thought
Okay.
with our takeaway. We learned a
Right.
lot today.
Absolutely. So conflict is natural. How you handle it defines your growth. Listening and understanding are more powerful than proving your point at most times.
I love it at most times, first of all. I received that.
Right? Because sometimes.
Because listen.
Man. That is
ahead.
interesting, you know what I'm saying? And look, as it most times, and I gotta come back on top of that. I don't know if I can top that, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And this one thing that I had to learn in life and in business. True collaboration comes from respect, patience, and shared goals. And this business, I've been in this business almost 20-some years. And I had a lot of people that didn't respect me, but they wanted what I had. You know, but I had patience. And a lot of times people didn't share the same goals I had. They just wanted what I had. So I had to make people respect me. And I thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, that's my thing. Like I say. So when it's all said and done, people remember true collaboration comes with respect, patience, and share goals. If you don't got them three words together, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to disrespect a person. They say, you know what? I appreciate you, man, but right now, I don't want to move in that direction right now. But when I get ready to move in that direction, maybe I would look you up. You know, you just have to found the right word to dismiss this situation. We don't have to go in now and cuss people out, or force them out to do something that they don't want to do, or you get forced to do something that you don't want to do. Like collaboration is meant to be sweet, not bitter. You know. So like I say, at the end of the day, leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But like you say, Mr. Hall, I'm gonna let you can give your closing remark and tell people where they can find you or where they can look you up. Then after that, Tiffany, then you can proceed into him. After Mr. Hall.
Well, I'll just say it's very nice meeting all of you, Tiffany. I was a big fan of your dad, your grandfather. So, very nice meeting you. I'll just say, every word we used tonight as conflicts and confusion, anything like that, just know that it translates into trying to make you stop. Right? So jump over it. Don't start laughing at the devil coming at you in all these different disguises and jump over it. All right? If it's conflict, you don't need to be near it. Go around it, go over it, go under it, but don't stop and entertain it. Right. Because you won't get your job done. All right? So I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate everybody out there listening. And I think, we continue these type of conversation because somebody receives it.
Most definitely.
Woo!
Tiffany?
I know, right? Hey. All right. Well, let me start here. First, I would like, before I tell y'all where you can find me, I want to just say thank you for the opportunity and the privilege, the divine privilege to actually share this floor with everybody. And just like, we are the prime example of what it means to pivot when things happen. And what the common goal is to get the message across. And if we actually implement what happened tonight in our business endeavors, I think we would all collaborate effectively and efficiently and in a way that has major impact for everyone, as well as ourselves. It's a lot of growth. I'm grateful for the opportunity to meet all of you and to be in all of your presence. And Mr. Hall, better late than never. I appreciate you. Dwayne, thank you so much for opening this up and for inviting me. Ashley, thank you for your words of wisdom. And thank you so much for your feedback. I love it when there's a balance with co-hosts that understand feedback. And there's not just the whole, I want to talk louder. I want to be, because I'm from this arena. You know what I mean? So I kind of bowed out. It's like playing dominoes. Come on, Mango. See, my bearded dragon just chose violence. Okay. So I appreciate this floor being open for this opportunity. Thank you for having me. And where you can find me on Instagram is at Queen Tiffany Turner, and on TikTok at One Queen T. I'm not really on TikTok like that, just to be honest with you, but y'all can find me there. And email Tiffany's Turn for all inquiries, whether it's photography, whether it's assistant directing, whether it's music production or writing. Tiffany's Turn, TIFFANYSTURN @gmail.com. Again, thank you all for the opportunity, and shout out, cheers, first of all, to the 60th episode. Thank you so much. So grateful to be a part of it. Appreciate y'all. And when I say I love you, I mean it, believe it.
Yeah, you know it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, did you tell people they can find you at Mr. Hall?
Actually, you can find me in Shreveport. I ain't going nowhere till it's the #1 visited city in the nation.
Ooh, man.
And you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Follow, like, subscribe. And this is one of those ones where I'm about to go backwards and go hit a couple little snippets and download and share and send, because I know it's touching a few people in my tribe, because these are the things that we talk about.
Man, and you know what? And people, same here, people. I mean, I just want y'all to know, I thank y'all for tuning in to Game Up Level Up podcast. Man, we appreciate y'all each and every other Tuesdays or Thursday. And like I say, and we're gonna be, I think we probably got about 2 more segments of this emotional intelligence. And on our next segment, actually, I think it's gonna get real. What we gonna be talking about on the next one?
Oh man. So on part 4, we're going to be talking about mastering self-regulation and stress management so that we can all keep leveling up.
That part. So today we did good with that conflict resolution, getting this audio, making sure Mr. Hall is right. Like say, my hat's off to you, Ashley. Thank you for that. So at the end of the day, I went my way, but but you did what you did. You went over the top with that one. Like, yes, you definitely did that one.
You down real quick for the first time.
You definitely, as a super co-host, and people, like you say, man, we just got to keep running it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, man, like Black Power, like, say, at the end of the day, we got to stay consistent, stay focused, don't get distracted. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's all said and done, like, man, life is gonna happen. People gonna be who they gonna be. Everything gonna do what they gonna do. But they gotta keep running it up. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep moving it. They keep running it up. As long as you keep running it up, and and actually I'm gonna play a different song on our way out of here where we jam to. This is our celebration. But I'm gonna change it to this one. And keep we gotta keep them haters out of our circle. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for them haters. You know, them haters is a no way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do this one right here. I thank y'all. At the end of the day, I appreciate you.
Amen.
If you know me, act like you know me. But if you a hater, yeah, stay the hell away from me. If you my friend, act like my friend. But if you a hater,
stay the hell away from me. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. Some of your friends be hating on you, but acting like they your friends. They be the one to stab you in the back, but smile up in your face. Acting like they're really happy for you, but they really wanna take your place. Yeah, seems like everything that you do, they're trying to compete with you. They be watching every move you make, cause they really wanna be like you. If you got some haters in your life, you need to take my advice. Go ahead and shake them haters off and get them haters up out your life. Yeah. If you know me, if you know me, act like you know me, act like you know me. Well, if you a hater, if you a hater, yeah, stay the hell away from me. If you're my friend, if you're my friend, act like my friend, act like my friend. But if you a hater, yeah, stay the hell away from me. Some of y'all got family members who never got nothing good to say. You know the ones that be trying to bring you down, cause things ain't going their way. They always being negative every time they come around. They ain't never got nothing good to say, trying to put everybody down. Yeah, just like friends, your relatives, they can hate on you. Sometimes they the biggest haters, cause they the ones who are closer to you. With friends and family like that, what do you need enemies for? Go ahead and shake them haters off and tell them haters they got to go. Yeah. If you know me, if you know me, act like you know me, act like you know me. But if you a hater, yeah, stay the hell away. Yeah. If you're my friend, act like my friend, act like my friend. If you a hater, stay the hell away.
Gemini. What you think about girls?
I see no reason why she can't. She got hands.
Hey, mama. Talk to me. I got training in the morning. When you in that closet and you get on tape,
You must say Boston hasn't won a gold medal since 2004.
Yeah, none of the boxers was Clarissa, was it?
As long as I'm boxing, I'm okay.
So you on a path, and everything you see out there is just one more thing to get in your way.
What you doing?
You think I don't know about what it's like to be 16? Hormones all everywhere?
Don't nobody want to hear about your nasty hormones.
Oh, you don't? Well, I'm gonna tell you though.
When you gonna rip the Nike?
Soon, bruh, soon. What's this?
That good protein.
Can I at least have some fries?
Coach Jason say no French fries.
We going to China for the qualifiers. And after that, it's London.
Can't nobody beat me.
This ain't what I thought it would be. All these people getting these endorsements. Meanwhile, I can barely pay my mama rent.
Maybe it just take more time. I would love to represent Clarissa. It's just much harder with women athletes.
It's not fair, but people expect female athletes to behave a certain way.
I won that gold medal by being me. What happened to staying true to who you are?
It's way bigger than boxing, Russ. So it's gonna be up to you to show who Clarissa Shields really is.
If I'm trained for the second gold medal, I'm gonna need exactly what the men get.
Is it the money? Is it the recognition?
Money is recognition. This ain't just about me. It's just for all the women.
Folks around here know that if Clarissa Shields can do it, they can too.
You've seen more in your 16 years than most people seen in their entire lifetime. I want you to take that fire inside of you and turn it into something good.
Hey, yo, you represent out there. Show 'em how we do it in Flint.